It's okay. Off your mind. It's okay. Off your mind.
Chai! Now wow, people wey suppose talk truth to power don't off mic. And if we talk, now 500,000 they go summer us, call them hate speech. But fear not, Mayegun don't come. Ingo torchlight every corner, nooks and cranny of all these bad people where they spoil our country. So my people make we laugh, oh yo yo. Mayegun don't come, oh yo yo. My people make we shout, oh yo yo. Mayegun don't come, oh yo yo. Mayegun don't come, man of the masses, oh yo yo. Mayegun don't come, oh yo yo. Mayegun diary politico, oh yo yo. Mayegun don't come, oh yo yo. This one not the off in mind, oh yo yo. Mayegun don't come, oh yo yo. Can in the touchlight every corner, oh yo yo. Mayegun don't come, oh yo yo. Okay, some people be they holla say they want the power. Chai, them be promise us say we go get light and power. Them hustle sote they can't get the power. But now they know they do anything with the power. Every day, dollar just they get the higher power over naira. See them talk say make we off mind, but thank God say Mayegun don't come. So my people make you loud, oh yo yo. Mayegun don't come, oh yo yo. My people make we shout, oh yo yo. Mayegun don't come, oh yo yo. Mayegun don't come, man of the masses, oh yo yo. Mayegun don't come, oh yo yo. Mayegun diary politico, oh yo yo. Mayegun don't come, oh yo yo. This one not they off in mind, oh yo yo. Mayegun don't come, oh yo yo. Person where they do evil, no one make person talk. Them say that Mayegun, that man too they talk. He too they talk. Say Mayegun diary, he they hot like pepper. But every day then they take money in bulk. Poor man picking, they the street they hawk. Still them talk say make we no talk. But thank God say Mayegun don't come. So my people make you loud, oh yo yo. Mayegun don't come, oh yo yo. My people make you shout, oh yo yo.
Hello there.
Mayegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ dódódódó.
Mayegun diary, Mayegun number one.
Mayegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ dódódódó.
Mayegun diary, Mayegun number one.
Mayegun ti dé o, ọ̀rẹ́ ará yìí.
Mayegun diary, Mayegun number one.
Lórí Facebook, lórí YouTube.
Mayegun diary, Mayegun number one.
Gbogbo bó ṣe ń lọ ni Mayegun já wa sí.
Mayegun diary,
Good morning to you, good afternoon to you, and good evening to you from wherever you are watching from. It is Mayegun Live.
Mayegun number one.
Ó sì tún ṣe eré wàá gbọ́ níbẹ̀ o.
Mayegun diary.
I actually expect tonight to be very interesting. Grab your phone.
Godfatherism kò sí lọ́rọ̀ Mayegun.
Mayegun diary, Mayegun number one.
Read the caption of the broadcast, the description of this broadcast. Invite your friends and your not so friendly friends. Tell them, Mayegun today.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ra kì í.
Mayegun ti dé.
Today,
Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ra kì í.
Mayegun ti dé.
Àní
there is a trending conversation right now, and I want to sort of sort your opinion or sample your opinion too.
lórí YouTube.
Mayegun ti dé.
Àní yes, you like. Oh, Baba, they will and yes, you like. DJ, Daddy, yeah. And yes, you like. Presidiocy balance you. And yes, you like.
Thank you so much. Please share this broadcast again. We are starting in a moment.
And yes, you like. Lórí Facebook. And yes, you like. Lórí YouTube. And yes, you like. Oh, Baba, they will and yes, you like. DJ, Daddy, yeah. And yes, you like. Presidiocy balance you. And yes, you like.
Emefiole's probe also in the conversation tonight.
And yes, you like.
Thank you so much. If you are watching this live, you will not have to worry about this part, okay? This is us just getting started. But if you are watching a replay, just fast forward the first 6 minutes.
And yes, you like.
Thank you. Motide. So good morning to you once again. Good afternoon to you and good evening to you from wherever you are watching from. It is Mayegun live. We all know that the shege that has been unleashed on Nigerians by Tinubu's APC, Egbekegbe, is not sparing anyone. If all of us want to be very honest, a lot of us have found way around it, still coping. But many in their millions are already falling by the roadside. And somehow, you know, if you have been in the good book of Nigerians generally, when they don't want to identify themselves as Hausa, Igbo, Yoruba, this or that, when they kind of leave all that behind and embrace the shared humanity, you can tell Nigerians can be very, very amazing people. That is the people from the geographical contraption called Nigeria, by the way. Okay, so and when they want to really help you, like I said, they do not care who you are or where you are from. But year in, year out, the criminal politicians in Nigeria continues to put wedges in between these Nigerians where the divisive lines that seems to be a little bit blurred before now are becoming clearer and clearer, where people are like, no. So the more and more this criminal APC, Egbekegbe, you know, spread the divisive rhetoric, sponsor different propaganda and all that, yeah, more and more people are becoming more and more aware these days. And when I say be more aware, it's like more and more people, I am now kind of putting everybody in the same basket now, like more and more people are becoming, you know, like smarter, kind of like aware that they could actually keep grudges. You see, the campaign out there now is that elections have consequences. A lot of people have now realized that every individual that supports, either by voting, or by helping them to share their divisive propagandas. Every individual that supports APC, Egbekegbe, is an enemy within. A lot of people are realizing that now. That if anybody tells you, I am a Tinubu, blah, 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 like they used to brag. They don't used to do that anymore. I mean, we don't see much of them anymore, right? But when somebody brags about that, either online or offline, you should automatically consider them as enemy that is close by, that just identified himself or herself. Usually, other people's argument is that people should not be judged by their political choices, since it is democracy. And I completely agree with that. Okay. However, where a pseudo-democracy, like what you have in Nigeria, the demonstration of grace, like everybody knows now, right? When you now see how that same system is now working against not just those who rejected them, I mean, even those who did everything to stand behind them, the APC. So the bad government coming from these decisions, supporting a rotten system that is rigged, even against those of you that identified with them. Now, in return, what that simply poses is that everything that is happening to everyone today, there were some people that wanted them to happen, despite, endless warnings, signals, and all that. They completely lost it. So if today every one of us is feeling the bite, it is also ideal not to advise people who not to give their own money or support or help to. Do you understand? And why? Now, that is something that we discussed, something similar to what we discussed yesterday, right? And that is when you get gaslighted. Okay? I mean, if, for example, the rogues, okay, that some of them genuinely said they supported and they wanted a better life, and now they're offering them offering them poisons, right? So if they genuinely wanted a better country, at least they won't sit back this long. Do you understand? They won't try to join the crowd. So you know what has happened? Before the election, it was as if majority of these people were cursed. Okay? They were seeing thieves. They were wallowing in the failure of APC, but they were more interested in the tribal, ethnic, religious championships at the time. Now that every of their Muslim tickets, APC, Egbekegbe, as well as a Kolu Shitiman ticket, is now burning everyone. You know what happened? A lot of people are beginning to ask for more help. Before now, under this Olori Buruku APC, a lot of Nigerians turned to beggars. A lot of you lost a lot of things. You lost so much that if they ask you, how are you doing? How are you coping? You will begin to say, it is the grace of God. But if they ask you to write the grace of God down, a whole exercise book won't contain your experience on what you have seen, your own shege that you have managed to survive so far. People were going through hell at the time, but they were more concerned about tribal, ethnic, religious, and all that. So after the election, majority of them felt like everybody should just move on. Election is over. It's still they pain you. Continue to cry. It's because people no vote for your deeds. You know, when they kept saying all of some still say them all, but not with any loud voices anymore. Because hunger won't finish a lot of them. And it is not just like it's not easy. So before now, somebody will come and say, please, I have not eaten. Me and my 2 children. Please help us. We have not eaten for 2 days. Please help us. And somebody online will just be like, send your account. Have you not noticed that all of that has reduced drastically? Now, apart from the fact that that has reduced drastically, people are now going overboard by, if you come out for any reason, let's listen to this. Let's say your family members got kidnapped. You know, everyone is a game to the kidnappers in Nigeria. Do you understand? And you see those who fought, tooth and nail to prevent all of this happening. To them, they know that when it happens to them, it's part of what they tried to stop. And if they come out to ask for help, people are now identifying, before you give your help to anybody, they are now identifying, come, who did you even support? Oh, armed robbers came to our house and they attacked us and they killed my husband. Oh, sorry, but wait, who did you vote for? And who did you support? Now, a lot of people are beginning to feel like they're trying to gaslight and say, what is wrong with you people? You people are so heartless, and you people are so kinikon. Shey people knew that Tinubu is going to fail them before they voted for them. I don't understand all these people. I don't understand why you are all becoming emotional. So everybody that voted for Tinubu now, they must die, Abi. So everybody that voted for Tinubu now, they must not get help from anybody again. You see, all those things are gaslighting. When they finish all that ranting, ask them again. Okay? And that moment, because now your money, if you have any, now your sympathy, do not let anybody use religion to gaslight you. You are not a bad person. You just have no empathy for the people that have brought calamity, not just upon themselves, even upon every one of us. That today you say, now grace of God, will they take manage and baba. You see the people that's the trending one now. So they are now like, wait, you watching me right now, as in a fear mind, because like I said, no one can tell you who to help or who not to help, okay? But like I said, again, people are beginning to now sort of voice out what they believe as elections have consequences. Whatever resources that is available, no matter the little resources that is manageably available, to those of you who never shouted, "Ẹ̀yin ló kàn," and you went all around to attack other ethnic nationalities, and this is now happening today, okay? And listen, you are not part of them, but this is happening today. But you are still pretty much like managing and all that. You still have the right to choose if you would help anyone or not, like your way. A lot of people have closed everything completely. But you see, it be like saying, now those who still get something to give to people, now them they ask, who did you vote for? So you watching me right now, as Nigeria has now turned to what it is, and they are already telling us that the shake, in fact, they are not telling us, they are already showing us that whatever you are going through right now is just it's just child's play. And I'm not saying this because I want this to happen to you, okay? Some of you watching me right now, you see that little business you have been struggling to keep together. Funding has been a big of a problem, but you are still a businessman, businesswoman. with what these guys are about, they are still going to do. Once the result of what they are doing begin to manifest again, before the middle of 2024, a lot of you are going to lose your businesses. It's not because you're not a good businessman and women, okay? The economy and the whole thing is being stressful enough that, Baba, by the time the result of this second quarter of 2024 comes out, are you listening? A lot of you are going to lose your businesses. Many of you are going to still lose your jobs. It's not because I want that to happen to you or because you are not doing enough to keep your businesses. These guys have nothing to bring all of you out of the hole. They are digging even more. Do you understand that? And there is no miracle that's going to actually turn that around. And that's why I said, if you understand the danger they represent, APC, Egbekegbe, Tinubu and the rest of them, and what they have in stock for you, you will join others and stop them, whatever it's going to take. See this old man, you probably may not be able to understand fully his concept, right? But is probably one of those at the, at the bottom, at the wrong bottom of the ladder of this economic ruins of APC. Baba looked around, he looked left, he looked right. He said, are there soldiers around here? If you can hear me, I beg you, overthrow this government. You listen.
Bí sọ́jà bá ń bẹ́ yà yìí, wọ́n máa gbọ́ ẹlẹ́ gbàjọba ẹbẹ́ bá bọ́lọ̀ ń bá fún yín gbà tí ọba sì ṣe ọ́ parí náà nù. Ará ń nílùú.
Àwọn èèyàn ń gbádùn yẹn wa.
Kò sówó kò sí kan. Ọba fẹ́ jẹun nísìnyí tó ọba fọgbọ́n lu ayé ò ní rí nǹkan kan jẹun. Atọkùnrin àtobìnrin kọjọ bára kọjọ kẹ ló kálukú fi jẹun. Àbínokúrọ́ ni.
So the old man who was having chat with, the bystanders was there. Like, if there's any soldier around here, if all of you can try and then overthrow this government and take over. And if you can't, then it's over, then it's finished. Because the level of hunger now, that a lot of them is not different. I mean, how they are surviving, is from begging to, starving and begging and all that. That's how they are. So the point I am making here is that when you have that little resources, you still can share. Why they are mopping up enough that they can still steal. Listen, you have the right to choose how you want it. So tonight, I am going to have put that to you. Would you be interested in who anyone supports or voted for before you can show them empathy, support, or help? And you need to be honest. Nobody go beat you. So when we get to that stage, we will talk. Now let's take it a bit further. The hardship, still talking about the hardship in Nigeria. So Femi Falana, he was addressing a group of Nigerians in one a symposium like that, and he dropped the bombshell that it's not only the National Assembly and the rest of them are those who have carted away hundreds of billions of naira, the presidency, the judiciary, and the rest of them, okay? Even the state governors, they were not left out. 135 billion naira to fight COVID-19 in 2024. We will come to that. Now, you probably have, I don't know if you are following this, but it doesn't matter. You can follow it now, okay? You have heard about the probing of the Central Bank of Nigeria. Now, here are some latest part of the drama, the script. Just for an insight, okay? I kind of want to flash back a bit, just for those who might be watching this for the first time or probably paying attention to it for the first time. You see these three rogues. I'll call them rogues because they all acted. I mean, they all participated in a roguish criminal government of Buhari, the man on the left, the money coin. Now, there is a probe launched by Tinubu, okay? And the probe is on the Central Bank of Nigeria, where they said trillions of Nigeria money and billions of of American dollars were freighted away, not just that, including the properties of Nigerian properties, the federal government, were sold at the cheapest scrap rates to their friends. All kind of allegations, okay? However, Emefiole, even right now, the EFCC, they have declared Emefiole's wife wanted, all because of this probe. Now, part of the probe is that in the 2023 charade elections, Emefiole, the Central Bank of Nigeria, they paid election observers $6.2 million. I don't even understand that. Was it not the EU that was giving Nigeria money for election, Abi? EU, US, UK, and all these places, were they not the ones who were giving Nigeria money? And then they were like going to send observers to come and observe the election, not Nigeria. Anyway, they said that a $6.2 million cash was lifted out of the Central Bank of Nigeria. But that couldn't have happened without the approval of the president. That's the man on the left, Buhari. Now, the man on the right is or was what's that his name again? Boss Mustapha. Yes, he was the secretary to the government of the Federation of Nigeria, SGF. Okay, so his signature appeared on the approval memo, including the signature of Buhari, and the man in the middle is the one being accused of supervising that robbery. Now, is the only one ever arrested, by the way. The rest are just the media trial, the figures that we hear in the media and all that. But that guy on the right, Boss Mustapha, was in court today, where he denied ever signing any money, or any memo rather, to release such money. And he also said that he believed that Emefiole also forged Buhari's government to the point that they lifted $4.2 billion from the Nigeria Foreign Reserve. You see, when Mayegun's Diary Politicos studio is finally, kick off, like it's finally completed, right? I am going to actually dedicate, a segment on this platform where I will be breaking down how much money these guys are stealing, or looting through through authority stealing. Sure, you get. I will tell you what $4.2 billion can do in education, in healthcare, in road construction, in rail development, in waterways development, in electricity. I'm going to have to dedicate some time. I think it is time to start putting real figures, real images, real life images that these monies can actually save. But they continue to disappear. And Nigeria is at the bottom today. Well, they said it, $4.2 billion from the Nigerian Foreign Reserve, also signed by Buhari, signed by Emefiole, signed by this Boss Mustapha, and signed by other guys. And they lifted the money, and the money is gone. There's no record of it. Emefiole printed 27.4 trillion naira cash, and they shared the money. Okay, so all of the 36 state governors that collected part of the money, including the same Buhari's federal government, 27.4 trillion naira before now was $51 billion. $51 billion. Do you know how they robbed you? Emefiole was printing money. Okay? And whatever forex they had left in the Central Bank of Nigeria, as Emefiole was printing naira, giving naira to all these politicians and all of them, they in return, they will use the naira to buy the rest of whatever forex was left inside the Central Bank of Nigeria, or their middlemen through the round tripping. That is actually the main ingredient of today's poverty and hardship that you are witnessing today. But they are still playing game and dramas with you, because all that money, if they are really tracing them by now, at least, Okereju, there should be nothing less than 400 people in prison right now. And if for the first gig, like if you want to shake the mango tree with so much mangoes, right? You shake and shake and shake and shake the stem, and you have, by now, majority of them would have coughed out more than $100 billion. You heard me right? Yes, they would have coughed out over $100 billion. But if they start shaking the tree, they go even shake Kolu. Some of them would have to die. Do you understand? So they put up this show. They continue to give you these figures, because some of this money, they are far, 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 far gone. You will never see them again, except for the stories that talks about them. All those money, all those resources, all those stolen crude oil and the years they were stealing them, everything gone. Everything else is just to put up some show. If they want to entertain you further, they may start discovering money inside the GP tank, burial ground, underground, abandoned buildings, abandoned vaults, and on like that. Just to entertain you a bit. But the real chunk of the money that can actually destroy a country, which is destroying Nigeria today. You understand? Gone. So $4.2 billion, gone. And Emefiole is saying that it did not do anything without the approval of Buhari. So by now, the lifeless God of Daura, the man queen himself, Buhari, Muhammadu Buhari, is supposed to be in the front. Okay. Then Pastor Ruga Ikene Shatabandu, that is his special advisor on burial arrangement, condolences visits, as well as trader money. I'm talking about Oshimbade. They will use the same anchor for them. You understand? Then the next person they are going to actually drag out is going to be Malamu, Abubakar Malamu. And the next person is going to be Shadia. Yes, Shadia. After Shadia, they will go to that one that is Usmanu, the financier. And once they start picking them one by one, they will never forget Aregbe Mugbu Baba Kabiru. Aregbe Mugbu will be also picked up. Who else is there? They will pick, including Okija, Shatabandu, Ngige. Every one of them, once they start picking them, some of them firing squad by now. And listen, you may be laughing, it's not funny. This is not funny. Okay? And that's why I have to make sure I do that segment where I need to bring all of this, the value of this money that you hear about, and you can then imagine. You won't see the money. I don't want you to see the money. I want you to see what is gone. The number of hospitals that are gone, that are supposed to be there that are gone. Okay? The numbers of policemen, the numbers of state policemen, the numbers of forest rangers, the numbers of, schools, the numbers of industries, the numbers of, the amount of electricity that these monies can generate. So when you look at the money, you will not see the money. You will see what is lost. You need to be angry. We must be angry. So it's not funny. Do you understand? So when they pick all these guys, that's when you will know they are doing something. How they go to take Dua? When Tinubu have already started printing his own money, and he's already started, willing Nigerian properties to himself and his cronies. He's already doing exactly what Emefiole did for Buhari. Now you have Kadibika Doso. So when you look at all of this, it shouldn't be so hard for you that, listen, anybody that is rooting for APC, any educated weary that is trying to gaslight you because you are reacting to what they have done. Do you understand that? Do not let anybody gaslight you. Remember that. Meanwhile, from what we have now heard is that they did not sign it. Emefiole forged it. So Emefiole is going to be their fall guy. And however that ends, just remember, she is not coming back. Because those who were supposed to really trace them, the ones entertaining you with all these figures, 500 million pounds in a bank account in the UK, and so many other money that is in some foreign this and that. They entertained you with Dear Zani, remember? You were gay. I mean, they regaled you. You know what I mean? Endlessly until they ran out of fuel to continue to entertain you when they were building all kinds of stories around Dasuki, remember? A lot of you were so angry. You wanted them to actually, this Dasuki is this Dasuki. Now, Gungo, Buhari, please do your job, Please. You need to quickly. You didn't know they were only entertaining you until you discovered that the reason why they are holding Dasuki was because he gave money approved by Goodluck Egbere Jolantan as your Presidiocy at the time. So they didn't want to touch Jolantan. As well as Mama Pishi. You understand? So they entertained you for a while a lot of you were waiting for them to give you the day they are going to bring Dasuki to Bar Beach in Lagos. May them do an Toram or Yenusi, where they go put him back for the drum. Kagbau, to show others that any money meant for security, you cannot use that money to enjoy life. Buhari is a new sheriff in town. He will never take rubbish from you. While you are waiting for the day they are going to execute Dasuki for those crimes, Dasuki marry another wife. Dasuki wife got belle. Dasuki wife born first pikin, born second pikin. Baba, why the Buhari was doing you shege that some of our children are now inheriting now. 8 years of your life, Dasuki don't born 2 kids. Today, if they ask you, where is Dasuki? I'm asking you today. So now Emefiole can be their fall guy. And that is why those who are supposed to go after him for real or go after them for real, they are not. This is just a showmanship. So that's why you have to get rid of all of them. The moment you feel like you can no longer cope. Because for these guys, they are doing so well. Because get one guy who even said something about that. I'm coming. This guy said, you were never promised anything in the first place, right? Here.
Nigerians, they complain. Say new government no do this, no do that.
Hello.
Oh yeah, waiting they promise us when they campaign.
Waiting the manifesto.
Waiting the manifesto when they campaign. Person no get agenda. He no talk say he go do this, abi he go do that for una if he enter. When he dey campaign, he talk say egbe kini iwa emi no come. And he talk say we are going to generate electricity to those body. And kéèyàn kó di méjì sẹ́yìn kù dé kó sáré fọ̀gẹ̀dẹ̀ pọ̀ náà ń pè yẹn in a Yoruba way soft. And he talk say we will be hungry and we learn how to manage our hunger. You wey you dey collect salary, your salary no increase and cost of living don cost. You no go know how you go manage. If you dey do 3 parallel before, you go know how to manage am to 001. Soft. That's manage of hunger. So una no fit hold the new government responsible for anything based on say dem no promise anything. Una see people wey get manifesto wey dey talk say dem go do this, dem go do this. Una no vote them now. And now we don't enter. Irule. Nobody 1 or 2. Go fi pono. Manage your hunger. He don't talk am. Go you bear.
The transmission line is a super highway. For generated electricity and power. They could not even make a down payment for a roasted corn.
Reality, oh, you get that? There is another one I'm going to share with you, talking about reality, okay? And somehow, there are messages in all of this too. Sure you get. As everybody is feeling the pang, few are managing to put up the courage and speak out. I mean, have you seen this Alpha that was so angry and they had to give Tinubu 3 options that must be done ASAP because he supported Muslim ticket. And as the Sheikh they deal with everybody, it no matter your religion, it no matter what your region self, whether you are from the east or the west or the south or the wherever, now everybody they feel harm. Others just kind of have found a way because they knew it's going to happen. So some are what? They are managing to get along with it. Uche, my buddy, with the computer village. I have never told you about Uche, but don't worry, okay? So what happened is that we were talking about gadgets, you know, phones and all that stuff. Now, I was now like, Baba, Uche. The other day, I was reading it on X, on Twitter, where people were like, the situation in Nigeria right now, Baba, just do everything, make you not lose your phone. No. You understand that, like, people's phones right now, it doesn't matter the type of phone you are holding. People are saying, if they move your phone, move another person's phone. So, kind of like a joke, but it's not a joke. If you should lose your phone right now and you go to the market and say, I want to buy another phone, you may think you are probably trying to buy a car. The price and all that. But these people, they pay 1.8 million naira for iPhone in Nigeria. Yeah, they pay 1.8 million, 1.5 million naira, 1.2 million naira for phone. Because phone is like status in Nigeria. Sure, you get the type of phone you are holding or the type of phone a girl is holding. Something like that is like a status symbol somehow, right? And they could buy that much or 1.2, 1.4, you know what I mean? So if they now steal your phone and you want to go to the market and the phone you bought for 1.2 million, you want to buy it again and they say it's now 1.8 million or 1.6 million because of exchange rates, what thing you go do? So I was talking to Uche, I said, man, everything tough, everything hard everywhere. So how now they cope? And what he told me was, it is tough, but the thing is this, as traders, once things goes up, every day that it goes up, they just put it on their wares. So now you will go come buy them, now you go after, now you go pay the increase. So Uche will still be able to pay his rent. Uche may adjust his lifestyle a little bit because of the economy, but Uche will still be fine. You know, Fumi will still be fine as well. It's similar to everybody. People will still get some certain things they are selling. And as things are increasing, even, you know, I'm talking about things that even if they don't sell them right away, understanding Nigeria. So they just put the increase on there. If they go to the market and they buy it at high expense, high cost, right? They put the whole difference on the whole market. Now you will go there, we won't buy one bag of semo. You go, how can a bag of semo now be 6,000? Kilo day, now for it, we buy them last week. I say, well, it is now 6,000. How How can the kg, 12 kg, 12.5 kg of gas be 18,000? Tori Olorun, Igbo land long. Where are we going in this country, eh? Last month, we still bought it for 12,000. How can it be 18,000? What has changed? The same guy will still give you gas. The same guy will still give you everything you want to buy. And the price you go change. And he has to put his own economic cost on that too. So the end goal is that it doesn't matter where you come from. It doesn't matter who you supported or who you voted for or who you did not vote for. In fact, if you are a fence-isty, you know those ones where talk say that they sit on the fence, liars. Liars. Nobody they sit on the fence right now. Everybody they collect. You either be here or you are there. No, they deceive yourself. You understand? So Alpha, we be Alpha. Yesterday you saw one Alpha that said his customers who are dealing in rice and all that, custom was disturbing them and he kept cursing and cursing them. The African Wahala, you will help me with this as well, or anyone who is also available, please help me do the subtitle of what you are going to watch now. When I come back, I will give you the summary. It is still the reaction to this Kolu APC. So, I'm coming now.
Níjọ́ tí èpè yẹn bá wá kan wá lómi inú déwájú Ọlọ́run nǹkan ó dàrú o. Ẹ filẹ̀ fún náà ó ń ṣe lọ. Àfi kí wọ́n tètè tú nǹkan mẹ́ta yìí ṣe. Ṣẹ́rí nǹkan mẹ́ta yìí tó bá ti kọ́kọ́ tún ṣe náà ẹ gbàgbé ìtókù. Àrà kọ̀ọ̀kan dẹ̀ wá wọ́n máa gba àdúrà lẹ́ẹ̀kọ̀ọ̀kan.
Afẹ́rẹ́ mọ̀ fẹ́ ṣe díẹ̀díẹ̀.
Ṣẹ́rí àkọ́kọ́ ń bẹ̀. Ó náà ní pé kí wọ́n tiẹ̀ kọ́kọ́ wá bẹ́ kó o ṣe wálẹ̀ náà èmi ò wúlẹ̀ bẹ̀yìn kẹ́ ẹ jẹ́ kó wá sí 19 naira ṣe rí 220 230 tààrà tẹ́lẹ̀ yẹn ẹ bá dà padà síbẹ̀.
ó ti alọ́run báyìí.
ṣe rí 250 230 tẹ bá fẹ́ pàákútà yányán 500 naira ká máa fi ra 3 litre. kí Tinubu wá lè ọkọ̀ ṣèyẹn fún wa ní Nàìjíríà yìí mo fi Ọlọ́run tó dá mi mo fi búra kò sẹ́yìn kankan nínú wọn tó fẹ́ gbé ipò kan náà látá yóò nira fún. ẹlẹ́gẹ̀ẹ́jì ṣẹ́ni dọ́là ẹ bá dá padà sí 320 tó wà bí 6 years ago dọ́là wà ní 320 ara ni wá gbẹ̀ngbà yẹn ẹ wá bá wa dá padà sí 320 yẹn as at now ara máa dẹ̀ wá. ṣẹ́ni tí dọ́là bá ti wálẹ̀ oúnjẹ ó easy láti rà tẹ́kọ̀ bá ti wálẹ̀ àtijọ́ àti mo ní nira mọ́ ẹni kí lẹ́lẹ́kẹta àwọn tí wọ́n bá need compensation tó pọ̀ ẹ má compensate wọn jù. ṣé àwọn ọmọ Nàìjíríà tó ń gbá bọ́ọ̀lù lọ́wọ́ yìí tí wọ́n bá fi lè win ní kọ́ọ̀pù tẹ́ ẹ bá lọ há mọ́tò àbí 100 million kan fún wọn ẹ̀ sì orí ibú. tí wọ́n bá bí alájà ẹni bọ̀ dìde ṣé compensation tí wọ́n need iṣẹ́ wọn ni wọ́n ń ṣe wọ́n lè gbà sára nìyẹn tó bá win ní AFCON yẹn ẹ kí wọn normally ẹ gbà wọ́n lọ́wọ́ ẹ pariwo wọn ẹ ṣe èrè fún wọn ẹ mọ wọn léèrè sínú museum ẹ gbé wọn jáde kí wọn kàn lọ lọ tú outside ẹ ṣàdúrà fún wọn tó bá tẹ ẹ bá lọ bá dé pé ẹ fẹ́ wú wọn lórí torí pé wọ́n gbé AFCON wálé tẹ wá lọ fún ọ ní $100 billion àti mọ́tò tẹ́bí dẹ̀ ń parọ́ àwa ìjà wàláhì sumabila bẹ́ẹ̀ni o bá parí pé bí o pa àmọ́ ikú. ẹ má compensate àwọn ẹ fi gbogbo àwọn òsì àmì àbí òsì wèrè àbí ọ̀pẹ ẹ ò mọ̀ wọ́n ìkọlò gbogbo wọn ti ní láàrin o. àwọn aráàlú lè bí ń pa bàbá bẹ́ ẹ bá compensate wọn pẹ̀lú $1 billion pẹ̀lú mọ́tò méjì àbí pẹ̀lú trip wèrè kan tí ò nítumọ̀ wàláhì yàrá òní ẹ̀yìn náà ẹ̀rẹ̀ má jẹ́ ká tanra wa bàbá yẹn mọ̀ pé ó ní tẹ́ ń bá dìú lábẹ́nú ṣàpọ̀ ọlọ́run kàn sí ọlọ́run kàn sí Tinubu ẹ̀ mọ̀ ní o nǹkan ṣe bàbá yẹn o nǹkan ṣe wọn lábẹ́ ilé ọlọ́run mú wọn súnmọ́ mi la ilẹ̀ sí íńtẹ́ẹ̀sì fi lè bọ́ tí náà yóò ní mú àwọn ọmọ yẹn oníkẹ́ẹ̀dùn ọmọ Nàìjíríà mi. ẹgbàgbé bàbá ẹgbàgbé láyé pọ̀ by December our refinery will be done o bàbá tó bá jẹ́ pé kẹ́ ẹ dá subsidy padà lára ó fi dè wá díẹ̀ ẹ kọ́kọ́ bá wa dá padà náà. ẹ bá wa dá padà ẹ jọ
Kẹ́ni gbogbo ọ̀rọ̀ tẹ́yìn ìwé rẹ̀ kẹ́dẹ̀ mọ́ sọ pé ká pín yà Nàìjíríà yẹn. Tá a bá pín àwọn Yorùbá lájẹ ìyà.
Bá àtàwọn tó sọ̀rọ̀ wà náà rí.
Aláṣẹ kí ni?
Bá àtúnṣe
kí ló wí tiẹ̀ kárí.
Yẹ́bùkọ̀ sànáwó àtẹ̀sà abúlé àmọ́ lọ.
Ọ̀rọ̀ yẹn ẹni tó ní rẹ̀ ládé yẹn. Ẹ wo àwọn tó ti jẹ president Nàìjíríà lẹ́yìn yín. Ẹni tó kú rí ò sínú wọn. Ẹni tó kú dájú nínú yín náà ní Yar'Adua. Olọ́dún mẹ́rin pé tó fi kú ayé òde gbàgbé ẹ̀dì sí. Bàbá a mọ̀ pé tẹ́ ń sọ káàkiri náà ni pé àwọn kan ń dèrè epo ju àwa ìlú lọ ṣùgbọ́n nígbà tí wọ́n ń dèrè epo yẹn à ń repo ní 250 230 ẹjẹ́ wọn máa jẹ lọ. Ẹjàjà wọlé ta ìwọlé gbogbo àwọn ará House of Assembly bíi 200 àbí 300 and 500 and kìnnìkan members ha mọ́tò fún wọn pàdó ìtọ́ lò tẹ́lẹ̀ kí ló ṣe. Ẹ wá gbé búlẹ̀ fún wọn. Kò sí náà wàláwí ìṣta àlefa súnmọ́ àtẹ̀fẹ́ ìbàdà ẹ wo kẹ́ lọ change àwọ̀ yín sí bullet proof àlẹ́kà kú nídìí ẹ̀ ní tó pa inú ara yín náà ló wà.
Mo yí sí tọ́lẹ́ẹ̀tì.
Tí kì í bá ṣe ẹ mọ́ bínú ọ̀rọ̀ tí mo fẹ́ sọ yìí o èmi máa ń bú àwọn ìyàwó àmọ́ tí kì í bá ṣe àwọn ìyàwó ayé ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ àfáà mi ó ti bàjẹ́. Nuisance lélẹ́yìí. Nuisance lélẹ́yìí.
Is a nuisance and it's kind of a little bit funny, even though at some points you could tell that it meant every word he was saying, but is one of those, unfortunate, never do well, ignorant, illiterate, loudmouth out there. He happened to be he actually mentioned, did you hear that? In his ignorant mind, he said, that is why he's laughing at those who are asking for Nigeria's breakup. That if Nigeria break up tomorrow, Yorubas are the ones that will suffer the most. That's what he said. But before that, he was talking to Tinubu that he had to do 3 things if he wants Nigerians to pray for him. Because according to him, there are some serious health problems within that Tinubu is suffering. And if Tinubu failed to do these 3 things, now that thing go finish him, then he go finish his own children too. But if you want people to begin to at least once in a while to pray for him, Tinubu must do 3 things. Okay? The first one, I think he said that they must bring petrol down. They must bring the cost of petrol down from over 600 to 230 or 250 naira. That must come down. They must also bring, they must bring naira to dollar rate down to 230 as well, 250. That once dollar comes down, people will be able to afford to feed and all that, right? Now, if Tinubu failed to do all of those 3, they will continue to curse him. He also said Tinubu should never even try it, that he is going to be giving millions and millions of naira to the Super Eagles if they win the AFCON. Okay? That if they try it, they will suffer in agony, they will die in pain. That's something they said, right? Unfortunately, Tinubu has given land and houses to the Super Eagles who came second in Abuja. Have you seen that? But before I show you that, okay, Tinubu was meeting with the Islamic this or that in the north, from northern Nigeria, the Islamic body or the Islamic Sharia, what have you, okay? And he told them that his government has done so much to ensure that they even have insurance of our people. Anyway, warning. Do not watch this video like you wanted to listen to somebody who is saying no. The video of the man you're about to watch is textbook definition of a person we know well. Person with they insane. So, and I'm saying this so that you don't come around and be like, Kilon, so what is he saying? So that I don't begin to kind of make your brain go and then to bulu 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 blah blah like that. Do not listen to Kolu like say you are trying to pick a point. Oh, I just had to put it in the diary. Okay. And I believe those who went to see him as well, God knows how they possibly felt. But you listen to this and you will realize that Kolu is living in his own world. And you are living in the world they have created for you. Tell about for fancy, keja fancy. Baba? Berebi shokoto werenio. Because look, listen to this.
The job we are doing is in conformity with the teaching of Rasul sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Looking at the welfare of the people, we have to equip all the hospitals with modern equipment, train our doctors, and retrain them to take care of the welfare of the people. We have paid for the insurance welfare, social welfare of the people so that every citizen of this country will be insured for health problems. That is our priority. We noticed, some problem with hunger. When you see the war in Ukraine, in many other places, you can't easily grow food nearby. We will be able to feed ourselves. We are going to cultivate more farmlands. We are going to equip farmers with low interest or no interest loans. We are going to bring tractors into this economy. We are going to invest in irrigations for this country. Nigeria will become net exporters of food. That is the sooner. And that is where I grew up to understand it. The problem of the country on livestock will change. We will change that. Nigeria will live in harmony and become economically viable, buoyant, and happy with production of milk, production of animal husbandry, production of veterinary jobs, and all of that. That is my own concern. And I'm assuring you, that is my priority. That is what I believe is sooner.
Oh, oh dear. I'm sorry. I don't want you to see me laughing that way. Okay, it can be a little bit somehow like annoying to some people. Kolu is still talking to you as if to say you are doing campaign. We will. Did you notice that? Did you notice that accent? Some people who know Kolu very well, they believe that Kolu as a Agbari brain 419. Sure, you get like a smart fraudster, tricky man. Even in old age, in that demented age, he still believes he can still kind of ball people around. And there were those who were clapping intermittently. Ka, ka, ka. We will equip hospitals. We will train doctors. We will employ doctors. We will do irrigation. We will. Baba, is your president you? Anyway, Sha, I felt like a lot of you are still waiting. They will, okay? They will make Nigeria food sufficient. We will. Ask them which of them are they doing. Absolute zilch. Somebody said that the Yorubas depends on the northern Nigeria. In the comment, because of that video I played earlier, right? From that ignorant dot, right? Who said, if Nigeria break up, Yorubas are the ones that will suffer the most. And somebody in the comments said, it is true, the Yorubas are going to suffer because they bring all their food from the north. So if you are that person who said that, I saw your comment. You are not different from that idiot, okay? That ignorant idiot who said that. Do you understand? Okay, Yorubas grows our food. In fact, if you are looking for modern mechanized farming, large farmings, large farms in Nigeria, you you get to pick some of them from Yoruba land too. And if you actually have to go to farm settlements, where government farm settlements are, where people actually take land and grow food, and a lot of crops and all that, right? Including rear their own animals. And then how dare you think that if Yoruba break up, we've got access to the sea, left, right, and center? How could somebody even say that ignorantly? So you probably will be one of those who can easily believe as well that Igbo land, the eastern Nigeria, is landlocked. And you will say that with all your education. You will repeat it because everyone is saying it, Abi. Yorubas will suffer if Nigeria. Surely, like, where did they teach you that? From all those roadside political gist, Abi? Anyway, going forward. So Kolu believes that he is doing fine because he will still do and will. How can somebody with their own right senses believe somebody who tells you we will and we will and all that this time? Anyway, I want to go back to that Alpha, the one that also came out to condemn Oloye Sunday Igboho at the time. I remember his face. It was one of those who were like, Allah did not this or that. Yoruba doesn't have to break. Yoruba belongs to Nigeria because he's a Muslim who believes that, all these stupid connections and all that. And then he felt like a Muslim ticket with a Yoruba man and all that is the sunnah, is a blessing. Now the guy they talk sunnah there now with all the sheikh from the northern Nigeria. Well, shege, everybody marry, right? Now let's go back there. He said Tinubu must not go and say he's giving anybody money or he's giving. Now Tinubu has now promised those guys that they will give them, they honor them with MON, I think, and then they said they will give them houses, they will give them lands. I don't know which of them is Is, if they give you houses, that means they've given you land. Abi, Abuja, they should give them they should give them this plot of land and all that in Abuja. Why the rest of you, or should I say, especially the Abobakus, who are so angry right now that Kolu seems to have completely forgotten them, Abi. I'm coming on. So Mo, go listen to that part. One sec. Where Kolu host the Super Eagles. Again, I want to beg you, do not raise your brain like you want to listen to something real, okay? But I just have to share this going forward.
Of youth. The Vice President, Speaker of the House of Representatives, Honorable Minister of Sports, Development and other ministers here present, Secretary to the Government of the Federation, Chief of Staff, the NFF President, the coach, team of Super Eagles of Nigeria, the technical team and medical team, captain and players of the Super Eagles of Nigeria, all the government, senior government officials are present. Ladies and gentlemen, it is a great honor for me to receive you, the Super Eagles. As a team, you taught us lessons of resilience, togetherness, diversity, and excitement. Nigeria may not assert itself, but you win all the games. Find your way through the challenges, the humility, left your other clubs, and honor your country. You gave us a great excitement. So many of us, we understand sport. Competitive football is unpredictable. But we were determined. We salute your resilience. You lifted our spirit. You made us proud. You made us smile as Nigerians. It is not easy to absorb a loss, particularly when the expectations are high. But you demonstrated sportsmanship, resiliency, and teamship in the entire exercise. That is what AFCON stands for. The unity and resilience of the continent. This person of youth. Just don't forget that. You have that responsibility to get more for our youth at home. I salute this management for their effort to put the team together. It's not easy. Yes, you have Monday morning captain and coaches, analysis and all of that. We live with the result. And In our diversity, we are proud. In our collective effort, we are very proud and honored. Here today, I salute you as the President of Federal Republic of Nigeria. To all of you, I'm honoring you with national honor, members of the Order of Niger. Members of the Orders of Niger. It is yours to keep forever. To be honored by your country. And I have further announcement. There is a promise of 1 flat each for every one of you. Equally, we have been encouraged by our landlord, the Minister of FCT, who had promised a plot of land for each and every player. Honorable Minister, thank you very much. Your job has started yielding fruits. The Honorable Minister for Youth, let me yield a second to you to address the audience before I conclude. Say something.
Your Excellency, Mr. President.
I just want to show you that one of you or more of you are participating in the decision for the future of this country. And we won't leave you out. We will consult with you for what you believe can facilitate and promote sport development. I'm going as a president to attract greater private sector investment in the Nigerian Professional Football League. We have to grow that. And be a superstar sport promoter for the sake of our country. Many of you may in future become managers of this league system. I want to say once again that I am proud of you. And Nigeria is proud of you. The African Player of the Year, as I see you work your heart out. Not every challenge is dividing, but character is important. I saw each and every one on the field, and substitutes playing their heart.
So I'll cut it off now. I know sometimes when you have to listen to him like going here and there and all that, it can be too boring to the point that it will start turning into annoyance, like becoming annoying. Sorry, I just have to leave all of that together in a single clip. Okay. And the part I actually wanted him to say it to that guy that said, if they born you well, go and start giving them things. So they will give all of them flat each. And Wirewike will give them land, one plot of land. You can possibly bet that the land may not be ready in the next 10, 15 years. Until they finally found some people's land they can take and give to them. Because that's how they do it. Public officials giving the people, giving lands as a gift. Niger. Yes, you know what I mean. I haven't seen, have you ever seen, European countries or any other part of the world where they win a major tournament, even win, that where the governments of that country started giving them like, cars, start giving them, houses, lands. Have you ever seen anything like that in the world? I don't think so. Maybe in Africa. Because it's like culturally something that people are, if I give you land, that means I have kind of like blessed you. When Brazil, when they win World Cup or Argentina wins World Cup, or, have you ever seen anywhere government officials, president, prime ministers, or anybody? All of Americans, when they win gold, all of that, Olympics and all that, athletic and all that. I mean, I haven't seen it, so I'm just saying, that is why all abnormalities is normal in Nigeria. Somebody will just be like, I'll give you land. And then they start looking for land and say, yeah, I will give you this land for playing football for us. I will give you this house. At whose expense? Who is going to pay for that? Somebody will just be like, as a governor, I'm giving you 50 million naira. Where is that coming from? Like, you can just do that, right? You can just say, I'm the governor. I can give people money. That's Nigeria. Do you now understand now, right? But majority watching is not really bad though now, because the country hard. Everybody they angry now. So possibly some will be angry because country hard. But morally it's completely stupid. And it reeks of corruption. Patronage and all that. Making it look like, at the expense of the people that they supposedly to be working for. Do you understand? But it's a normal thing in Nigeria. And afterward, I think they went out there to go and have a handshake and, thank you, Mr. President. Thank you very much. Like that.
Yeah. No, not good.
After this month, everybody leaves except the players.
Thank you.
Somebody said that thank God they didn't win. Oh, God knows how much money they would have used that to claim and clear mouth. I mean, so to clear and clean mouth. But even this one, you go know how much the amount of money they will tell you is going into this. They give each person house, give person land. Somebody is going to sign the memo. Somebody is going to raise money on the committee that is going to discuss it. The committee that's going to do all the papers. And at the end of the day, because there's so much things for Mr. Presidiocy to undo, they are still processing it. At the end of the day, you realize that even billions go into it. At the land, at the houses, some are saying, are you sure it's not audio? Please don't do that, okay? Because if you do that now, they may be forced to begin to give the keys of some people. So they may begin to chase people out of their houses and say, okay, those are the houses they want to give to the players. But something tells me, you know that last week, Tinubu went to a place in Abuja where he launched estate projects, Renewed Hope Estates. They want to build 32,000, sorry, they want to build, I think it's 32,000, 32,150 houses, unit of houses. Here you get. And maybe now from that one, they go still give these players. I'm kind of trying to, I don't want to say they won't. I remember Chioma Ajua. You remember Chioma Ajua? Chioma Ajua was a runner for Nigeria, okay? So she won gold in Atlanta 96. Baba, person will win gold in Atlanta 96. And they promised her a flat in Lagos. Since 1996, until she turned grandma, that's when they gave her the key. And it's because some people are saying she didn't have a house, she was supposed to have a house and all that. By the time they said Chioma should come and collect key, someone who actually gave her the key. Is her name Chioma Ajua? Oh, I'm kind of pronouncing it wrong. I shall remember Ajua, anyway. When she came out to come and collect the key, it's no longer that beautiful young Ajua of nearly 30 years ago. She don't turn grandma. You see all these ones, some of them won't even come back to ask. It may be in the 20 years time. You understand? 20 years time, they say, they never, with the weekend, no give them. But I'm just saying, do not make them begin to try and give them now. Some of the houses they will give to them may be the Renewed Hope houses. You know that. Here you know that Renewed Hope our estate is audio. They are not going to build 32,000 houses. You know that. They don't have any intention of building any 32,000 houses in Abuja. But they are going to build maybe about 5, 10, or 20 in Abuja. Build about 5 or 10 or 20 in Ekpe in Lagos. Go straight to Aba. Build another 10 or 20 uncompleted. Build that, then they will take pictures. They are all ongoing. 32,000 renewed hope estates. Just like your second Niger bridge. Remember? It's only the little thing that is left. Really? I thought you commissioned it as completed. Do you even understand the meaning of completed and uncompleted? If I say it is uncompleted, and that is why they can't use it, and you are saying, hey, it is completed, Joe. It's only the gutter that is left. It's only the portion from Kinikon to Owiri. But why are you mad like this? Uncompleted. Anyway, I'm just saying, they know how to kind of move you, make you feel like something is happening. They made you feel like if Buhari was doing something. That by the time Buhari was done, una go dey reap all of the suffer where you suffer. You go dey reap enjoyment. Instead of reaping enjoyment, they can increase your stuff to the renewed shege. And here we are. Here you get. So yeah, they promised them houses. Afa, if you see that video, I beg you will need to go and begin to renew that your courses. So, Because as it is, money they fly everywhere. People they get waiting they're supposed to get to. It's just that the real people will be the majority. Abobaku, Buhari din yo, Buhari did no, Buhari did not to crumb beaters ni o, crumb chasers ni o, ass lickers ni o, all risers ni o, ombudsman slaves ni o, sophisticated moron ni o. You know, all the clans of I'm talking about the cyberbarians, all the clans of the cyberbarians, right? And then when you cross over, those that have now kind of like COVID, what's they call that thing, the COVID resistant virus that transformed to another thing. They can't give them maybe COVID something. It's a strange name. Those are the ones who have now transformed, mutated. You see, the condemned and then socially conditioned cyberbarians. They are like a mutated virus. Now them come mutate. Very strong one. To the Abobakus that you have today. The Agbadorians, you may call them Agbadorians, okay? Some call them the Bati DLT. I kind of like to call them the Bat Stars sometimes. I'm kind of talking about those Iyalokon that are now sounding like a wure. We eat salt. You don't give salt to goat before. A goat that give and salt. You're going to hear before election. The Abobakus were like infected goats. Everywhere. Today they're going to sound like goat with chop salt. Help me. But if you look at them very well, they are the same country. I mean, they are the same set of people who were hoping that Pastor Ruga, as well as Bokuwari, they were doing so much wonder work in APC, the change, that they all mumutiously followed them. Now them be like virus, COVID-19, will come mutate. There is a name for it. I think it's COVID-91. You turn it around. Don't pity them. So when you bring all of them together, in where you have Colwell anyway, still in charge, by the way, right? So tell all of them, okay, that however they feel, that money is somewhere, and the money they fly everywhere. If you now won't get serious, when they tell you to endure, automatically turn to any kan lomo, iya lokan, any to kan lomo. And that is the real thing, right? If they tell you hang on, baby step of pay labor pay and all those things they told you, Baba, on fait korora àwọn ebi alápàdúpẹ́ rántí ebi alápàdúpẹ́ are the kind of hunger that kills people, and the other hungry people, they are still thanking God that they are still alive. Who knows? Somebody, a good Samaritan, may pass and just give us mango. If it be pure water, now that one we don't die now. Now hunger kill him. But I am hungry. I thank God I'm still here. Alapadupe, until you get to your turn, like a cow that is being led to the slaughterhouse, or a cow that actually resides in a slaughterhouse, waiting to be slaughtered. You get me saying that money deal, and they don't give a damn about your inflation. If you survived Bokuwari, and you can't turn to a mutated virus. Iwo lokan. Otikobe everybody in sin you. You know, say na so COVID they do. One person go carry am. Na jeje person, other person go dey. If you come say gba mi lowo, oti transfer eniyen. See what you have done now without touching anybody. Una don don't pass. You see this hardship where they've passed like pandemic right now. Now una be the source where unity Wuhan. No. Now una come from Wuhan. We bring them. You get what I mean? So as it is now, as you are mutating to more deadlier virus, I just want to remind you, people will create you. Where they tell you to make you hang on. That money there somewhere. And that's what Baba Femi Falana said. 135 million for state governors. That's fight COVID. Check COVID, they be hunger. Even in your own way, Baba, you don't know say people where they lead you don't run mad. Eh? Say COVID, you go fight COVID now. I been a hunger, you go fight. But continue to laugh. The money is gone. And you can continue to wait for them. That they said everything is going to be fine. Everything is going to be fine. Only fine, you know. And this is why.
Mr. President, and you must ask for explanation on this. In December 7, this regime, Tinubu administration, gave out 135 billion naira to governors to fight COVID-19 in 2023. You know what I'm talking about? Last December, they gave out 123 billion to 135. You can go to fight COVID-19. Furthermore, and this must be our demand from here. This regime must, and if we have to go to the street, it's so fundamental. This regime must warehouse the gains of the removal of first subsidy and channel it towards alleviating the poverty of our people. What I mean is this: again, you can Google. In April last year, what the three tiers of government, the federal government, the state government, and local government share was 655 billion in April. When subsidy was removed, right? First subsidy. Since June, according to the Minister of Finance, you can Google, there's no month that less than 1 trillion has been shared. As a matter of fact, you can quote me on this. In June last year, what they shared was 1.9 trillion. They were balanced when they got to Abuja. Where is this money coming from? They had to save 900 billion and shared, and shared 1 trillion in December last year. You know, the governors came to Lagos to celebrate with President. Are you aware? That month, what was shared was 1.7 trillion. That is apart from the 135 billion I just told you about. So if anybody tells you Nigerians must sacrifice because there's no money, tell them what they are saying is buffoon. Push it. So what we should be demanding, where are the gains of subsidy removal? Do you understand me? When we have a situation like this, a little situation under Abacha, as bad as Abacha was, he set up what we call the PTF. You understand me? Yes, sir. The gains of fuel increase then was kept and used to address infrastructural crisis in the country. So this time around, we are demanding for our right because what they told us, all of us, subsidy is gone. I mean, they said the gains of subsidy will be used to address the problems of unemployment, of insecurity, of food crisis, and so on and so forth. But today, the people have been forgotten. These National Assembly people who are pretending in the last few days, senators called, the managers of the economy, House of Rep called them, and they addressed the press that we want to help the poor. Let the poor breathe. These ones, please, each of them in Abuja, including those who had no bicycle before they went there, gave themselves a 160 million naira jeep, each of them. And I'm going to throw a challenge to you, comrades. The budget of National Assembly this year was 178 billion naira. The National Assembly members themselves rewrote the budget and raised it to 344 billion. And they pretend, that we have to suffer together. We understand your pain. We are addressing your problems. Liars. It is a lie. Unless you demand for your rights, nobody will give you your rights. I think Falana made the point. Nobody, human rights is not my property. Nobody can ask you. So we must end this with a commitment to mobilize our people.
Baba Falana, it's just so unfortunate sometimes that brilliant minds like that also played his own very good role in creating this Tinubu that you see today. Historically, the same Falana was the one who stood as Tinubu's lawyer when Chief Gani Faweyimi decided to naked the drug baron in the marketplace. It was Falana. So yeah, now he is kind of demanding that people have rights to ask their government to do this, and at the same time, the government has to listen to the people. Baba Falana has been an activist for at least like 40 years. And he is known, like generally and all his career, to have been somebody who has been standing up against the people in government, like speak out. He always speaks out anyway, all right? But yeah, the monster they created is now in charge of Nigeria, sharing money. But that's not how they feel inside the asshole rock. The exhibitor, Bayo Nonuga, said, a lot of you have wrong impression about Nigeria. Nigeria is a very, very, very poor country. You see all this wealth, all these billions, all these things that you are hearing, they are exaggerated. The intention of people like Tinubu is to make you very poor, like very, very poor. And few of you will be offered the peanuts. And that's how they control the whole thing, the whole system that they managed to create, the small fiefdom they managed to create for themselves in Lagos. It is the same workbook. And so they want you to know, you are very poor. Somalia, Zimbabwe, you are in category of these places. So, but some of you just believe that you are in Nigeria, you are a rich country, you are going to come a billion. There is no billion anywhere. So don't let anything surprise you.
I can tell you, it's very, very concerned. Last December, for instance, because of this kind of concern, his empathy with Nigerian people, he approved that Nigerians traveling to some parts of the country should enjoy some 50% discount, and those who wanted to travel by rail can actually enjoy a free ride. I think at the last count, over 160,000 Nigerians took advantage of this kind of gesture. The president is very concerned. As a leader, he is a very compassionate person. He feels what Nigerians are feeling. He feels their pains, and that's why he's always looking for all kinds of things to do to really improve things so that people can really enjoy staying in this country. You see, what is happening is that our country is a very, very poor country. Very, very poor.
Well, many Nigerians will disagree with you. They say it's the economic managers that are
I will tell you
why
I say we are a very poor country. I think we have a wrong impression about the wealth of our country. It's exaggerated. This country, for example, look, if you start from minimum wage, you find that our country, when you compare our country to a country like Kenya or South Africa, let me even use South Africa. South Africa's minimum wage is about $240 a month. In Nigeria, at 33,000 naira, just about $39. Yeah. Look at the gap, and you can see this reflected in other wages. If you look at what the Chief Justice of South Africa has, it's about at the rate of dollar now must be about 20 or 30 times what Nigeria's Chief Justice has. And it's all over. Today I was again watching Arise TV and they were showing the statistics from multi-choice, subscription and the income. You can see the gap. What South Africa is what they are getting from South Africa is about I think more than about 3 times or 4 times what they are getting from the rest of Africa, including Nigeria. Which shows that many Nigerians can only afford to subscribe to a service like DSTV, and they need it. So, if you look at but for me, the indices of poverty is very there. It's obvious that we have it, and people are poor, and that's why when we have this problem we are facing through now, they cannot really adjust because they don't have the disposable income. It's a very pathetic situation, and the government is concerned, and that's why there are talks now about reviewing the minimum wage.
Nuisance lele.
Did you see how he was going left, right, and said that's the face of a bigot? The bigot in chief is the one who is the ringleader of the Lagos Sabo coups that were championing Yoruba versus Igbo for Tinubu's campaign. Is the champion of that. Do you not see how he's looking so downcasted? All of those is the way they manage to finger the brains of their mumu followers to make them feel like whatever they are facing is being like, like naturally, Nigeria is a poor place. So what are you doing about it? We care about that people are poor. It's not like how much they pay the judge in South Africa. It's what we pay the judge in Nigeria. But when you look at the judge in South Africa and you look at the judges in Nigeria, when you look at the properties they have corruptly put together, you will be like, how come the Nigerian judges are richer than the South African judges? Corruption. I'm not saying there's no corruption in the judiciary in South Africa. Here you get. But I bet you it's actually not about their system that you will compare that with that of Nigeria. So they make you believe, see how much money we are paying this. That's just $200. See how much money we are paying that. And they put themselves in the basket. And then you look around, they'll say, he's a multi-billionaire. Where did you get the money from? If you want to use the reflection of what everybody earned in Nigeria, right? Let's say the Presidiocy of Nigeria, which is officially paid 3 million naira. That's the salary of your Presidiocy, by the way. 3 million naira every month. Now, increasing his salary is now possibly going to be earning about 4 million naira or 4.5 million naira. Ordinary, digital, all these tech boys who are kind of building this ecosystem, tech ecosystem here and there, they make such in a single day. Now, if you have to say how much is the salary of the Nigeria president, and if you convert it, how much is that? It will come down to what? Maybe $2,000. That is the president's salary of the president. So can the president of Nigeria live on that? What about other members of those who are like multi-billionaire through corruption? So if they are to actually hand their pay, here you get, just like every one of you is supposed to be poor, right? That would have made sense, Abi. Well, you know that is not, but they put themselves in it. And then they feed themselves like a fat pigs, right? Who just want to feed fat continuously and give excuses why things are not working. Listen, it's not because government is not trying to make things work, but naturally, Nigeria is a poor place, okay? So you just need to understand that, and you need to accept that. And you need to know that we care for you. We care that you are Nigerians and then, you are supposed to be poor because Nigeria is a poor country. Not because they are frittering away all our resources by just minute number of people. But it's because those minute number of people who are frittering away your commonwealth are telling you that, but we care for you now. We know that you are facing hardship. Okay, we care. But you know something? Don't worry yourself too much. This is normal. You are in the poorest country because Nigeria is very... Do you understand that psychological conditioning? And right there where you sat, you are going to be there and be like, oh, that's true. Well, it's true, Jare. Nigeria is a poor country, Jare. Let us not just blame them per se. They can only try. We are even too many. We are too many. If to say we are like small now, maybe, you are also agreeing with them unconsciously. Oh, sorry, subconsciously, kind of. Abi? That is how they socially condition your brain. And you begin to argue like a retard. Even though you are educated, you begin to argue like a foolish person, a stupid, retarded person in public. Because you sat down and you have subconsciously agreed with lunatics like that, who is paid to make you feel like whatever you are facing right now, it's not really wrong. You are the one who is just overreacting. Okay? It's not that, it's expected. Especially, they have looted Nigeria so much. Not because we are looting Nigeria now, but because, they have looted Nigeria. So it's normal. We need to grow what we eat. We need to buy what we sell. We need to manufacture our this. These are people who are there to actually be doing exactly what they are telling you that we. It is social conditioning. Our parents were played the same card. A lot of us have been played the same card. We have agreed with them. Like, it's true. No, it's true. Only if they can just try. No. Our children must never fall victim of this same brainwashing. A lot of you are already dry fish. You remember I told you, any of you who stumble on my broadcast or my videos, most of the time, I believe that a lot of you can no longer change. Whatever long-held belief that Nigeria has managed to ingrain in you, whether you are Igbo, Hausa, Yoruba, it doesn't matter. There are some of you that will never change. And listen to me. That is why I also said on this platform that when I tell you what you must know, not what you want to hear, what you need and must hear and know, what you do with that information is completely yours. The only thing you will never be able to do or say is to pretend that you didn't know. When you stumble on Mayegun's diary political, you will know. Whatever you do with that information is completely yours. If you listen to information that discourages bigotry, hatred against one another, religious supremacy, all those, information that preaches against them by exposing those who are fanning such ember. If you hear those information and you turn out to still be a bigot, that's on you. But do you know why this is being broadcasted? I want this message to get to the younger ones whose minds are like fertile lands where anything can grow. Before they begin to socially condition them too. I know they have already been doing that. Just maybe we can save their souls. Because if I try to kind of change some of you, like dry fish, una go break where you will not be useful. Okay? Except you personally yield, learn, unlearn, and relearn. I am not trying to change you. I don't want you to change because of what I tell you. I want you to sort of change because you now know better. Or you can pretend that you didn't know. Your children will see my video and they will ask you questions. Daddy, did you know about all of this when you were younger? I mean, did you watch Mayegun when you were younger, like 10 years ago? And you still believe in this place? And you still brought us into this world? You are a wicked man. I want your children to say that to you because they will be your nemesis. If a lot of you are still living in denial, or continue to live your fake, politically correct life, you don't want to offend anybody. You want to be the Mr. Nice, Miss Nice. You want to be, and all of that stuff, right? My platform is not to change your mind. If I do change your mind, it is a win for me, but you are not my target. Your children will see this, and they will never, live and believe the same thing they used to cower you and, and then, sort of collapse your capabilities. Do you understand? You don't have to. Okay? So here, going forward, the people destroying people too, they actually met in Abuja, their governors. Aisimbe, lai bawon dasi. As Yoruba will say, if you are not there, that will be the reason why you are not participating. They said, Naira is crashing. Economy is crashing. Shon crashing ni aboti crashed already. Listen to them.
At the end of our meeting of the PDP Governors Forum held in Abuja today, the 12th of February 2024 at Oyo House. The PDP Governors Forum held the meeting under my humble leadership at the Oyo State Governors Lodge on the 12th of February 2024. The meeting deliberated on various issues of interest and concern to the forum, the People's Democratic Party, PDP, the country, and other stakeholders, and took the following decisions. The meeting reviewed the state of the nation and noted the hardship being faced by Nigerians as a result of economic and security challenges facing the nation. The forum consequently urges the federal government to, as a matter of urgency, embark on initiatives involving all the subnational governments to bring a lasting solution to the crisis. The PDP governors will continue to play their part in the effort to bring security and succor to our people. 2. To this end, we reiterate our call for the state police with appropriate safeguards to avoid any abuse or overreach by any tier of government. 3. The forum decried the falling value of the Naira and requested the monetary and physical authorities to find appropriate solutions. 4. The meeting further reviewed recent developments in the People's Democratic Party and committed to leading efforts to revamp and reposition the party to serve as an effective opposition in the country. 5. Further, the forum passed a vote of confidence in the Iliad Amagun-led National Working Committee (NWC) of the party and urged it to put in motion the necessary machinery for convening meetings of the appropriate organs of the party from caucus to the National Executive Committee (NEC) as soon as possible. Thank you very much.
PDP. And when you see all of them, when you start counting them, you will see those who indeed, even though they were PDP, who worked so very much to ensure that they suppressed people's votes in their states. And for those votes they could get and forge, they ensured that this same calamity happened to Nigeria. And they were also standing there. We condemn the devaluation of Naira. So you are waiting for the opposition. Anyway, somebody has managed to explain to me what it means when the Niger Republic said, do not fly over Niger. Sure you get. So that waiting no day our mind. I won't try to say that in English. Nkota haru. Kuma bankota haru jeo. Waiting we know the plan, where we know the think. Making no scatter the plan, where we the plan, where we the think. Oh. Somebody has explained that. Anytime you are buying ticket to travel to Nigeria or travel out of Nigeria, for the sake of your loved ones, so ask them, Shema Gbaninje. You know, when you enter bus from Oshodi, for example, or Baga, or Iwo Road. Let's say you enter a bus from Iwo Road and you are going to Ilorin. You will ask the driver, Ema Gba Ogbomosho abi Old Road. So you go plan your way. When you want to buy any ticket from now, why man kind of always laugh? This is a very important information. It's so serious. It's a life and death thing. Don't laugh at it, okay? It's serious. Ninja said, since they do not have any relationship with ECOWAS anymore, and they do not have any relationship with Nigeria anymore, meanwhile, Niger to Nigeria is about 700 miles. Emma Gbaninje, while you will tell your pilot or the airline, after you book this, you ask, hello, Nigeria on the Friday 31st. So I say, okay, yeah, everything is fine, confirm, and all that. You ask them, Shema Gbaninje, are you going to pass Niger or Benin? If they say, oh, no, it's Benin, true Benin. Say, I've booked the right ticket. I love book a ticket to Magbaninje. Magic coffee, she breaking news, yo. I'm serious, yo. What they said is that if any plane that is going to Nigeria or from Nigeria passes the airspace, whatever you see, make you collect and like that. One, if you play diplomatic toss, I know what I'm saying, you know. I've seen it before. And the way I'm saying this is because a lot of you have all your plans and you don't have to tell anybody where you are going. We go know where you they go. So some people are now kind of adjusting now. They said, listen, if person fall from riding a horse, you go still try again and ride the horse again. So they go just add like maybe an hour or two to your trip now. If you go to London for 6 hours before, it go be like 8 hours now. It's not that bad. You will just have to have a longer flight with extra money. And with this exchange rate, you could deny. But again, now person will get money, they fly in the first place. You understand? So this person explained it better. This Niger Republic of a thing. And I want you to listen to it before we start taking that calls. Would you help somebody or refuse to help somebody simply because of who they supported in the 2023 charade? Would you? I'm coming to that too, but this one is very vital. Listen.
Niger as a country borders over 700 miles of the northern Nigerian borders. So essentially it means that any southbound flights from Europe or any northbound flights from Nigeria would have to naturally traverse the airspace. But with the closure of that airspace to flights into and out of Nigeria specifically, what it means now is that any international flights originating from Nigeria or sort of ending in Nigeria from any part of the world that has to traverse the Nigerian airspace is banned. What that essentially means is that such flights will have to sort of go around the airspace. And if you look at it from a standpoint of the size, we're talking about maybe an addition in terms of flight time, anything between an hour and a half to 2 hours, depending on where you're coming from. That said, it increases drastically the cost of operation of international flights into and out of Nigeria, especially for domestic carriers that are designated to fly international. This is a huge cost in addition to what it is already incurring. Going by the economics of today, it's almost impossible to sustain this in a longer term.
Yeah, and of course the implication would be that the flight cost will increase. And
Absolutely.
of course several air flights, especially those ones that are chartered to actually go to pilgrimage in Saudi Arabia and all of that, we've seen, because of the...
And overfly the airspace.
Yeah, but I was confused at some point because, I mean, from the notam that was issued, I thought that they actually meant that, look, we can't originate a flight from Nigeria and land in their country, but we could actually pass through their airspace. And when you started explaining this, I was thinking if this is not against international aviation practice. I mean, how could you just shut your airspace to international flights?
Again, the provisions of the convention, ICAO, is that you as a nation state have sovereignty over your airspace. So to that extent, you can determine and establish clearly who can come in or go out. To the extent of sovereignty, the Nigerian government is is actually on its rights to say that, well, we're not going to allow your airliners to overfly our airspace.
Even when it's not a military...
Absolutely. They have the rights. But again, like I said, this is a political problem, and the only solution is a political solution. Any other thing we talk about here at this point would probably not even hold.
Yeah.
So I think there's a need to have dialogue between governments, and particularly the ECOWAS group. There's a need to initiate dialogue. Otherwise, what we actually doing systematically is to, in terms of, maybe we're thinking we're hemorrhaging their economy, but ours, much bigger in terms of size and all that, is more adversely impacted than the Nigerian
and that's
economy.
why I was wondering who was hurting more, because I mean we started this, we issued this first based on ECOWAS mandate and all of that, and it looks like people are beginning to complain more from our side than theirs, because we have the traveling public much more larger from Nigeria than theirs, and you wonder how this could actually affect those in the aviation sector too. I mean, people like you.
Again, when you look at it, how many flights originate out of Niger on a daily basis? How many international flights do they have? Now, when you sort of juxtapose that with what we have in Nigeria, we have more international flights in and out of Nigeria, overflying the Nigerian airspace. Now, understand that all the other ECOWAS countries are not affected by this issue. Even though they're part of ECOWAS, they're not affected. So invariably, the major victim of this political impasse is Nigeria. Nigerian operators have more to bear than any other operator in the sub-region. So to that extent, the Nigerian economy is more adversely impacted than any other country in the sub-region. So I think it's important for the government to understand that, yes, indeed, there's a need to enforce the ECOWAS resolution, but at the same time, there's a need to understand that our hemorrhaging economy is even more important, because right now, if you look at the entire sub-region, put the entire population of a sub-region together, they're dwarfed by what we have in Nigeria. So when we look at it from that standpoint, I think it's even more important to say, like they say, charity begins at home. We should be more mindful of our own people. I mean, what we're going through, the issues at hand, how can we deal with them without, sort of exacerbating the situation? I think this particular impasse can only deteriorate our condition in a longer term.
And one thing I want you to actually focus on is the impact on international carriers, for example, and then even, within us generally, some of the operators within the sector. Now, what will happen to their flight frequencies and all of that? Will they be impacted in one way or the other?
Well, again, when you look at it, if, for instance, let's take a typical flight originating from Europe into Lagos. The detour around the Nigerian airspace can add anything between an hour and an hour and a half. That is a major cost to those airlines. Now, when you sort of change the scheduling of an international airline operation by as much as 3 hours, you can actually create a major disruption to their scheduling. So it is not entirely in their longer-term interest. In terms of frequencies, I'm not sure they will reduce frequencies for the sake of this. They probably will put in place a contingency arrangement to see how to manage it. Of course, if an aircraft is not arriving on time, there's usually a standby aircraft for the next schedule, pending when it is this arrives. So at least there's no major disruptions. But it depends on how many aircraft they have in the buffer to take the slack.
All these are now projection. Medicine after death. What is about to hit Nigeria? Apart from the capital flight, the one that they are converting people's dollars to naira now, okay? This also, fighting the French war for them at the cost of, at the human cost to Nigeria, hunger, starvation, economic ruins. How amazing. Yeah, I've got a lot to share still, but I'm just going to keep them because I said, I want to hear you. Tell me, would you by any means consider who somebody supported or voted for before you consider helping them? Would you look into all of that before you help them? No, you don't care. Or you don't even have any. Okay, you know what? I am going to go make myself another cup of tea, fresh one. And when I get back, I will take us. I can see people are already calling in, wanted to kind of, be part of this. Don't worry. Just give me about 2-3 minutes and I'll be back on your screen. Okay. But if you have to leave, remember, please like the broadcast before you go. Just to show that you are here. Thank you. I will be back in a jiffy. Thank you. Yes, thank you so much, everyone who is still here, and those who are probably just going to be joining us this hour too. So what we have now is going to be the next 1 hour, where you would have a chance of calling in. So please, let's kind of manage the time and hear from as many people as possible today or tonight. All right. So remember, apart from the fact that you want to add 1 or 2 things to it, remember the rider for this chart. And you need to kind of say something about that. Well, if you don't feel like, that's all right. I have a caller on the line. And just before I bring my caller on, I'm not sure if he's still there with me. Let me check. Hello there. You still there?
I'm still there. This is your boy, One True Emperor.
One True Emperor. Baba, hang in there for me for a sec more. I want to speak to my people too. Okay, 1 second, Baba. Now, I believe that a lot of you who have seen the improved setup in that studio, especially those of you that actually chipped in your own widow's mite, as well as massive support for me when I kind of kick it off, right? So it's all coming together now, okay? It's becoming like the real place I envisioned. So I still want to use this moment to say thank you to all of you, okay? I haven't closed my donation, no, even though I have not been asking again, because but for those of you who still pretty much are interested in helping and supporting me, again, as your GO, please do so. And remember, it is totally voluntary, okay? There's no pressure, all right? It is going on, and every penny is so much appreciated. I just want to remind us and say thank you. And maybe like Oliver Twist, I'm still going to need your support. So if you look at the comment section, you will see those links there. My PayPal and my GoFundMe as well. Every penny counts. And God bless you. I'm sorry, God bless you. And one true emperor, the first caller for the tonight, you are the one who is going to unveil the mask. Baba, here we are. How are you?
I am still happy after the Nigerian loss of AFCON. I'm still so happy. Make everybody face their hunger. I want Buruku, make them face their hunger.
May them forget all this delulu and all that. Face the reality.
Exactly. Make them face their hunger. Nigeria, when I go, they change dollar for 5,000 naira. I promise you. That's mad. Make we go for the rider today. You talk, say, share I go help person we vote for Kolu.
Like, would you know? I'm not even saying Kolu. I'm saying that would you want to know what that person, who that person supports or stand for a while back, considering what is going on today in Nigeria? Would you want to, before you help anyone? Like, for real?
My ego. Whether they supported the PCO, they supported Labour Party, they supported PDP, as long as anybody believes in one Nigeria, one way or the other, I'm not helping. Una go die of hunger.
Your own different, so like you just put everybody in that basket, Abi.
See, my ego, I ran away. You see, you always say we are in exile. I agree with you. Guy, it's because of those people believing in one Nigeria. That's why I'm not in my country. PDP, Labour Party, APC, all of them are part of the destruction of Nigeria. Anybody that believes in one Nigeria is a threat to my life and my family. So I'm not going to help anybody.
Baba, out of all languages, Baba, out of all languages, you choose to only speak facts. I want to hear more.
My guy, see, let me tell you something. Anybody that voted in this charade election, I don't care who you are voting for. My money is not touching your hand. Una dey mad. Make we break up this country. Una dey talk say I want save Nigeria and you Olori Buruku. Yeah, I know they help anybody. If you participated in this election, in fact, they already know in my family. Say they know if he ask me for money. They know born them where. They know. Do you know when last I've sent money back home?
Wow.
They know.
So you don't lock up and mean them.
Guy, I don't lock up. Do you know how this election exposed a lot of people? This election exposed a lot of people. Even people, Michael, let me bust your brain. Even people will vote Peter Obi as president. I promise you, some of them still voted Sanwo-Olu as governor. I know them here. There are people who voted for Peter Obi as president and they voted Sanwo-Olu as governor. And you want me to help such people? Are they mad? You they mad? I'm gonna make everybody go so far.
Everybody face their own shege. As if they face you, face them.
It's simple, guy. Over here, I dey suffer my shege. So make nobody come add to my shege.
Man, anybody no come rob me of empathy or anything. Baba no gaslight. Okay.
Exactly.
One true emperor. Ma, go get another person and see what they have to say too. You be like say you don't open the floodgate, so now everybody go they talk now.
Guy, make every Labour Party supporters, APC supporters, PDP supporters, go punish you. Break up Nigeria, Baba, later.
Bless you. Now you hear Amo. That is what will make some of you pick up your phone and call in. It's going to be interesting. I want to know. Hello there.
Hello, Baba.
Kabesio. Hi, Chief. How are you, sir?
I'm good. I have been following your program for almost 5-6 years now. This is a new caller.
Oh my God, I'm not with my bell. But listen, I kind of have a butterfly inside me right now. Tell me more, sir. How are you?
But I'm good. And yourself?
Well, very well. Always,
Okay, make we keep English one part. Make I go for my pidgin language.
Oh yeah, now fire, shoot.
You see, you, Mazen Namdekalo. Una don't go analyze this thing, bring them out. Come show us, say, this thing no go work. Them come there for home. They talk, say, it go work. Now, person we say, in go thief, come become the president, the presidiot. Come say, let the poor breathe. Poor now they breathe.
But they don't suffocate majority.
Poor now they breathe. Break this nation. Let life, save life, break and make life day.
Help me beg them, or maybe they go hear you more than
break
me.
This break that zoo. Break them. Make everybody go. Shige don't never start. Now na small fire they come.
Now so we hear them.
Little fire now they come. See how it be. Break this nation. Make everybody go. So that the people go get life.
At least.
Every day they hear something. At the shame to come out, they ask me, where you from? I say, Abibo man. Where Igbo, Southeast. They shame me to call that name. They shame me.
4 people they
Are they here, they suffer. Since when I come here, light never go off. They pay for my light.
Yes.
I never did darkness enter house. Because within you pay, now you go see.
Abi?
Now cost them cost us.
Nigerians, they pay tax. They no even get mind to ask them, where our tax money? Everybody become local government.
Baba, they cry.
Eh?
Baba, I they cry. Cry. No, cry. I don't cry. Ask God, say, which kind sin we will commit?
Waiting be our sin.
Waiting be our sin, Baba. Waiting be our sin.
Do you know what somebody told
me? See my family. My family, they cry. When they go market today, they say no price. Buy what you buy, come out. 10 minutes. Something where you buy for 5,000, now 7,500. 10 minutes. Waiting you buy for 5,000, now 7,500.
If you no quick buy them too, you go still pay like 8,000. I hear say cement don't cross 7,000, 8,000. Some are saying 10,000.
8,500 now. Before tomorrow now, you go here saying 10,500.
Which kind of thing be that? Which kind? No country, no country. Actually, nothing like this. They happen for anywhere in the world. No country.
Our youth where they home. Make our youth where they for her that place right now. Make the rise. If they no rise, they are not sorry. If they no wake up now, say enough is enough. Rise now. If they no rise, they are not sorry.
Mazi,
have a wonderful day,
Baba. Thank you so much. Okay, you also have a very wonderful one, sir. Yeah, it's a pleasure speaking to my own, my own people for the first time. I can imagine the way you felt, and then you should be able to understand how I feel too, right? But here is another caller. Hello there. Let's see. Can you hear me?
Hello.
Oh, Grant.
Yeah, hello.
You can hear me. Please, you will need to listen to the phone and please ignore the broadcast. It's a little bit delayed, okay? So you and I have to talk. Yeah. How are you, sir?
Hello, Malik. Good evening.
Good evening to you. How are you?
It's nice talking to you. I'm a
first
time caller.
Thank you.
Yeah. I've listened to you for a very long time. And this is the first time I'm getting you.
Finally, I know. Thanks for not giving up.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, broadcast has been very, very encouraging and enlightening to most people. You know, thank you very much, I should say.
Thank you as well.
Putting people, you know, enlightening people's mind on what is going on and all the things these people are putting us through. You know, it's like Kolo came to compete with Buhari, like we call him Oya Broadcast. Yeah, they are competing because this guy has stolen Nigeria dry. And I think Kolo has come to say, "Oh, I'm a better thief than you. I will show you that I can do better than you in that aspect." That is what this set of Kolo's government have come to do now. That's the way I see it. So anybody expecting any good thing from these people is just living in a different world.
Yeah, it's called the Lala Land.
Exactly.
Where the Delulus are the citizens.
Yes. I don't think the person means any good. No. You see, Nnamdi Kanu is my hero today.
God bless him.
You understand? He is my hero because he has enlightened us before this time. So we know all these things, you know. We know that this is the way it's going to be. So there's no gain anybody anticipating any better thing coming out from the look at Kolo. The way he speaks will tell you that this guy has nothing in stock. Him and his team, whatever he thinks he has brought, you know, they don't have anything.
It's not hard. You know what I mean? But it's so unfortunate that when people see through all of this, they still turn around and be like, we know, but let us just pray for them to do the. You don't pray for people who have intention of destroying you. Or do people not understand the fact that when the resources that should go into improving healthcare goes into private pockets, millions will be denying that healthcare. You know that, right? So if millions who are supposed to go into, the resources that should go into education goes into the private pockets of this or that, right? But that is something to say these people are like the weapons fashioned against you. So when you pray for them to succeed, are you not praying against yourselves?
Exactly.
It's so unfortunate, too, brother.
Exactly. Yeah. Thank you so much. Thank you very much. I feel very, very, enlightened and encouraged by your speaking out. And don't stop. Continue. We are behind you, and we'll continue to support you.
God bless you, bro. Thank you so much as well for all this support.
Sorry, I didn't introduce myself. My name is Chijoke. And live in UK. Yeah,
and you're calling it from where? I know it's the UK,
London.
But where?
From London.
Oh, from London. Yeah, I can remember Chijoke from London. But do you know why I may not remember easily is because you actually called directly. If you had called through the WhatsApp, I would have seen some image that would remind me of you. But still, Chijoke, it's a pleasure. Thank you.
Yeah, I hope to do that next time.
God bless you, Baba. You have a good one, okay? Thanks a lot.
Thank you very much. Thank you. And good luck to the new studio.
Thank you. God bless you, Baba. Thank you so much. Now, that's Chijoke there. Somebody who believes that a lot of people who knows today, a lot of us are already aware, even before now. And somehow, it might seem, late or like, eventually, people are going to actually stand up and rise. Or if you don't, then that will be your own effort. It's not going to be anybody. I mean, anyone else's. Okay. Sorry, I'm trying to clear my catch there so that I could get somebody else in. So let's see if I can get that up. I'm so sorry. Now, if you are still with us, remember you will need to at least like the broadcast in a way. Okay. If you haven't already, like the broadcast, share it. I'm sorry. I'm multitasking there. I'm like battling between callers. I have like everywhere. those who are calling directly, those who are calling the WhatsApp, they are all clashing together. So please, once you call in and then we end the conversation, please help me hang up. Once you do that, you will be able to free others who are trying to get in. Okay? But if you stay there waiting for me to, it creates some level of traffic. The Prince Jejeman. Somebody just gave me money on PayPal. It's like, you know, I kind of managed to get somebody who heard me, and they're like, oh yeah, I wanted to give him support before, but I forgot. So thank you so much. Oh, I won't mention the name because you choose to use the PayPal. Probably you prefer anonymous. Okay, thank you. God bless you. Here we have the Prince Jejeman.
Yes, Baba. Our Tikano Mike.
How are you?
Yeah, we thank God, oh, Baba. Well done, oh, well done, well done.
Thanks a lot, Baba. Thank you very much.
You are very, very raw. You did very raw to the truth. You know, that's why I love you. There's nothing, you know, nothing can change my mind where you did, Baba. I swear.
You can always put your money on me. I say, if it's my money is on it.
I'm telling you, Baba.
I know.
Yeah, respect.
Thank you so much, the Prince. I know you are not the type that would like to possibly take this question as anything. I'll still ask you, do you normally have to check? Would you check anyone to see where they were before you actually give them support? As we have Buhari days, as we have Lagos Abobakus, we have Buhari Shuku, Ngozi Yari, and all these bad idiots across too. So what would you do?
Baba, I did behind the emperor. I did behind the emperor.
One true emperor.
Yes, so you know.
Yo Shege dying scare by Olori Bruku One Nigeria. You actually had a song about that.
Yes, I play to Nigeria with all my nyash. I go kill them. You know. Yes, Baba, you see, I when I come down to grassroots, I dey meditate, Baba. I can't wonder, I say, you know, I can't think and say, why be say everybody keep quiet? Say these people, say Buhari and his company, they put pack terrorists put inside all Nigeria armed forces. I can't wonder, I say, why is it that everybody just keep quiet? All the press, everybody keep quiet. Media, everybody keep quiet. Till today, even Callaway enter there. They don't see any danger inside this thing. I dey wonder. Baba, I can't come to conclusion be say.
And what's
you
that?
See, we have two type of government for Nigeria. It's either democracy or military. What is they call their own government?
Or the combination of both democracy and military, militocracy.
Thank you, Baba. You see, Baba, one thing that I notice is this. The Fulani herdsmen, why I do call their name is because they are the only people that are setting up Ruga everywhere. Killing people to possess their land. That's why I do mention their name. You see? And I will not shy about it. See, Baba, the reason of them planting all these terrorists inside our Nigerian military is because the reason what is going on now. Nigerians, some group of Nigerians are championing that the military should come and take over. Do you understand? And if the military venture takes over, we are going back into the hands of the Fulani herdsmen. They position themselves two ways. Is either in democracy, they are there, they've
if it's military, they will also be there. Okay.
If it's military, we run into, they will be there. Are you getting me, Baba?
I am.
As it stands today, Nigeria there's nothing like Nigeria military. Should you understand, Baba?
I do.
Because if a military, only in Nigeria, in the whole world, terrorists are being recruited. No background check. Both armed robbers are being recruited in the armed forces. Only in Nigeria. Do you understand me? So, Baba, what is happening is this. If the military venture takes over, one, because they have one agenda. North first before Nigeria.
That's right.
And if you come to North first, it's Fulani who are controlling the North. They are more in possession of the North. The Hausas are there like servants because they like conquered as they conquered Elorin. Do you understand? That is the game. That is the game. So now, if we venture call the military to come in, this is Baba. If Nigeria, only in Nigeria that if somebody will come out and see a military man, it will be as if he sees a ghost.
Start running.
Even other African country, they play, they embrace their military. When they see them, they can discuss with them. Nigeria, if you see military, it's like you see a ghost coming. The way fear, they will come into your body. So, Baba,
anyway.
You see, as it is now, anybody should know that Yoruba nation is the way out.
That's right.
Biafra nation is the way out. Arewa nation, then Ruga. Then the fourth one is Ruga nation. You understand? That is the way out. Without that,
everybody
Baba,
bear their own papa's
we are
name.
wasting day. We are wasting our time.
The
Baba,
Prince.
that's why I say I'm.
Thank you very much. You don't drop your own piece. You don't drop your own int. For those who care to listen, right? They should think about all you have said. Thank you for sharing that.
Baba finally made a release in the Kano before the bomb with the boss.
So. God bless you. Unconditionally. We will keep reminding them. God bless you, Prince Jejeman, as usual. Okay, thank you so much. Yes, I'll take this one too. So I'm trying to juggle in between. Those who are calling directly have much superior entrance than those who are calling through the WhatsApp. Okay, so the WhatsApp itself is more or less like an internet call, right? And some people are just calling directly the number, like now call directly, and they just keep breaking in. So I'm trying to juggle in between. Here I have the first lady for the evening. Is that Charm?
Yes, it's Charm. Good evening.
It is Lady Charm. How are you doing tonight, ma'am?
I'm fine, thank you.
Good evening.
I'm fine, thank you. How are you?
Well, very well, thanks. Thanks for asking.
Okay. As usual, great. What's it called? A great talk again today. But I have to. I have to commend you and your platform, honestly, because I think that your platform is doing something very uncommon, which is actually enlightening people. And I think the other day I was actually thinking about, when I started listening to Maigu's Temple of Truth, and all the things that I've learned, all the things that my mind has been open to. You just realize that you're living in a bubble, or like in a, it's not like you don't realize that Nigeria has a problem. You know that there's a problem of management in Nigeria, but you don't really know how deep it goes. And I have to say thank you for what you do and this platform, because I think every day I realize how bad our situation is, right?
Thanks,
and we have to take a step back and actually thank the Tinubu government. Because if we don't thank the Tinubu government for what we've learned so far, right, then, even the fight for independence or the fight for the breakup of Nigeria, I think for people like me, prior to listening to your platform, would have been like, let's, one Nigeria as possible.
I know. What you practically mean there is that every now and then when you listen to conversation on this platform, like you said, when you first started listening, so I bet you are probably trying to see if some things are going to happen, like something right will happen to prove this guy wrong. So I can go back and tell him that you are not completely wrong. I'm just saying, right? Like, not that you wanted that.
Yeah.
Like, at least, what I mean by that is that every now and then, these guys in Nigeria continue to prove people like us right.
Absolutely.
And you yourself are now beginning to even pay more attention to what we now say. to even understand even deeper. So I get it. And indeed, it's pretty much like impactful, and it goes both ways. I keep saying that. When I say what I know, others come here, they say what they know too. And from what they say, I get to go and read more and even kind of understand more. And with that way, it's like we are all sharing knowledge and information so freely, right?
Yes.
That some of us are asking ourselves, how come we are not angry yet? How come we are not on the street yet? I mean, we just talk here. I think we know enough.
My God.
Why are we still here?
Oh my God, honestly. Sometimes I wonder, I think the last time I called, I said, like Nigeria's capacity for, pain, our threshold for taking pain is something I've never seen
too
before.
Much charm. Others don't know half of what you know, but the ones you know, you are wondering. Did other people not know all these things too, Mayegun? How come they are not on the streets? Let's be honest with ourselves. If you have an idea how they've controlled this information and at the same time spread fear, and we are beginning to see, you know what I mean?
Yeah, and I 100% agree with you. I want to hurry up so that other people can actually contribute.
I'll give you your time. It's just an interesting part you just opened there. But yeah, go on, please.
Like I said, with Tinubu's government, we're able to see how deep the rot goes. Because I think even with Buhari's government, I think yes, people understood there was a rot, but with Tinubu's government, we've seen how deep the rot goes. And not only have we seen how deep the rot goes, I think even the other day was another, information that blew my mind when they talked about how Niger has closed its borders. And because Niger closed its borders, we can't get things like onions and tomatoes and everything. So now it begs the question, what exactly is being produced, quote unquote, in the north? What is the north actually bringing to the table? Do you understand? What exactly is their contribution outside of the decay, that we've seen in our, political class, right? Exactly what are they bringing to the table? It just seems like they're not bringing anything to the table. And I'm sorry to say, because there are a lot of northerners out there. And I'm not saying that you don't have the capacity to produce. You do have the capacity to produce. You have the solid minerals. I know that for a fact, right? So, but when you think about everything that is going on in there, them not being able to feed themselves and like that, we've been told, okay, how they are the food basket of the country, right? But now that doesn't add up, does it? No, it doesn't.
They've never been the food baskets. All thanks to these people of Middle Belt and Niger.
Exactly. So, and I agree with you. Like when you talk about information, so all of that information that we've been getting about what they bring to the table is all lies, right? None of it is true. Okay, so and again, like I said, it begs the question: exactly what are these guys putting on the table? And then when you now start to think again about how the country is, how we are divided up. Do you understand? And how we want to remain in the same so-called division, and again, I want to bring up the fact that Oyibo people did this whole contraption, put this whole nonsense together, right? Such that I think you remember you were saying something about there's a place in Ekiti, where they killed the Obas.
Yeah,
they are neither in Ekiti State, neither are they in Kogi State, neither are they in they're just like there's no one catering to their own affairs. They're just on their own, right? And that is because we've been divvied up in this kind of rubbish way that really doesn't cater to anyone in particular. And I think the point I'm trying to make is that we have this noose around our necks, which we need to actually remove. When I say this noose around our necks, I'm talking about how we've been divided up, how we've been separated, where brothers who should be together are no longer together, or don't see or treat each other with suspicion, right? When we should actually come together and be a nation like the Igbos. The Igbos are just spread over everywhere. People talk about Biafra, but do Biafrans even know they are Biafrans outside of Igbos? Do you understand? Because Biafra is not only Igbo people. I hope you know that.
I do.
Biafra consists of more than Igbo people, but those people who are not Igbo, do they realize that they are actually part of Biafra? And this is something that they should also be agitating for, right? I went to see if I could vote for the referendum and everything. And so I was looking at the states, and I saw, some other states, and I'm like, do these people even know that they should be fighting for, that they are part of what we're fighting for? So a lot of things, you know, like when you sit down and you really think about how we've been divided and, you know, the things that we should be fighting for and stuff like that, there's a lot more we need to be doing. And that's why my call today is not really to focus on the topic of the day, but it's really to, you know, to tell you well done and to thank you for the effort that you're making, because I think your program and your platform actually goes a very long way in educating people, in telling people, okay, like now I'm saying to people, like, you know, Biafra is not just Igbo people, right? It's not just, you know, all of us who, let's go and check.
If you are from the old eastern region of Nigeria,
exactly,
if they call you South today, if they call you Niger Delta today, now that didn't take out it didn't take people's identity away. Okay, choosing the Biafra and say, oh, we are all Biafra was an old name chosen by the leadership and the people of the eastern region. And today, the politics of Nigeria has divided all of them, and they are now sort of like, no. When you say Biafra, they feel like it's just Igbos and all that. And some people who are like Igbos too, uneducated enough.
And I think that is where because when I was thinking about it, I was saying that because like I think there's a point in time when I said to you that there are old maps. Like if you look at the 1857 maps, ancient maps, you see that they had the kingdom of Biafra. So Biafra is not a new
of Biafra and all that.
The bite of Biafra and the region. Yeah. The kingdom of Biafra was there before, you know, and everything. So these are old regions. So that the people even know
a long
what they're
time
fighting
ago
for.
Before the name Nigeria or forcing all of us together today ever happened.
Thank you, Mike. Before even you know, the Westerners came in and did the mess that they did, you know. So I'm saying that we need to take this noose off our necks. Yes, the truth of the matter is that we need to separate, because I think that division will help. It will help us as a people. It will help Yoruba land. It will help Biafra. It will even help Arewa themselves. Do you understand?
You know, so if there's anything at all that's going to even achieve, Charm, is that it will restore our identity. We actually know who we are. And that can be a very good way to start. You know that?
Margo, I love your platform so much. And there's so much I think that we also need to do outside of even, you know, talking about the issues of the day, is that we also need to start talking about our identities.
That's right.
You know, because it is so important. The other day and let me just say this lastly, right? Okay. I was looking at even our, you know, like the Yoruba man, even what you wear, Ashoke with the that filler cap and everything, you know.
The hat and all that.
You know, this is something that is unique to I think it's, you know, people will correct me, I'm sure. I think it's unique to Yoruba culture, right? You know, so all of these beautiful things that you know, are unique to us, and you know, we've been robbed of. We need to celebrate. We just need to be ourselves, because we're not ourselves. Our true story is being told by others, and we need to start telling our stories. We need to start doing things for ourselves, you know,
and make our people understand their own identity is so crucial. Is so crucial to this fight for whether we are going to have autonomous regions, or we are going to have a total breakup, or we are going to have a confederation, something that is different from this current fraudulent arrangement, okay? So it will all come from our identity.
Continue.
Yeah, we will invest in that.
Absolutely.
We will.
This cannot continue. But once we are able to, you know, stand on our own, then we can then decide, okay, this is what we want to do as a people. And this is, we are going to be together under these terms and conditions. Outside of that, we are quite happy to go on our own.
It's as simple
so
as
let me rest there so the other people are.
No, you've taken the chance enough that you raise a very vital point tonight, as always. Okay, a lot of people will probably want me to sort of elaborate more on that, since you mentioned identity a few times too, right? But thank you.
Yes.
But
let us have a segment. I hope we can do something like that.
We will have a lot of programs on identity soon.
It would be fun fun for our platform, even for people to talk about identities, history, and things like that, because I think that would help even in the fight that we are in, the cause that we're trying.
Yeah, I'm already at the verge of reaching out to a lot of groups here in the UK. Okay, so when I say groups, right, I'm talking about all these nationalities, right? for the Yorubas, which is my own nationality, right? I am going to be reaching out to the best of our guys who have a way of communicating with our people in Yoruba. You understand what that means, right? It's not just talk. Now, same goes for so many other ethnic nationalities that I am aware of here.
Yeah.
So the plan is to kind of put up different programs that is so similar to this, but totally communicated in those languages. Enough that will be interesting that even us who don't speak them, maybe this will be the time we'll begin to understand every word, because somebody's going to tell us what they are saying. Like, I'm kind of working around that too. Do you get that? So all of this is just to make all this communication and passing of this information easier. You understand? Like, we already have the platform. We have a lot of people who sit every evening to listen, right? We can build on that by giving them all these informations that really, really addresses our concerns or their concerns as well, right? So
Absolutely.
there's so much in the pipeline, and all those suggestions that people give on this platform, Charm, I may not be writing them on camera. I promise you.
Yeah.
There's so many of them that have already
I believe you. I believe you.
God bless you. Charm, you have a wonderful
and I look forward.
You
too.
You probably have a role to play too. You know what I mean? But we'll get to that.
I'm very happy to play a role.
We will get to
let
that.
me know whenever.
We will get to that.
Comes in.
I know.
All right, no worries.
God bless you. Thank you so much. Yes. Apologies to some of our callers who probably might, in a way, give me a second. Some of my callers who might want to feel like, oh, that's like forever. Oh, no, talk to her later and all that. So hang on for me. Let me first clear my cache, and I can take other calls. I was gonna get. Let me see if I even got him. Did I even get you? Give me a sec. No, I didn't. Not yet. So sorry if you are still pretty much on this line. If you're still watching this, please, you can still like the broadcast, even though we are almost at the tail end of the chat tonight. I can't take all these WhatsApp calls if I don't clear this. I mean, what the hell is this? It's like people have been like, trying for like a million times. And with that, I've got loads of hang on my screen. So let's see. Sorry if your call is somehow hanging out there. I managed to get one. Sorry about that. So hello there.
All hell Biafra, all hell Oduduwa.
All hail Biafra. Bro, how are you doing? I'm so sorry that it took me a while before I could clear all of that. It's like I've got loads on there and they're like hanging over one another and I couldn't take calls there. Sorry about that. How you doing?
I mean, the people listening. The people are listening.
I know.
You know?
And it's like a serious traffic on there. Well, good enough for me.
We are winning.
I know, good enough for me. I'm going to have a studio line that is going to be more than just 2 lines. So now I can take here, and, switch between. So, bro, you've been part of this all night, have you? Or all day,
Yeah, been, listening. It snowed over here, so kind of stayed indoors all day.
Oh,
but
bless you.
Yeah.
So
it was wonderful.
How is it now? Are you still indoor?
It's much better now. No, it stopped snowing, but you know how it is. It gets messy. I guess we worry about cleaning up the car tomorrow.
Well, I don't bother cleaning my car when it snows or rains. It's waste of money because I have to wash my car at the car wash, but I can just leave it there for weeks. Once I know that the weather is about rain, snow, it's pure waste of money. It gets quickly dirty again.
Anyway. You can't win with Mother Nature.
I know.
But excellent show. Excellent show. I mean, you hit it right on the nail. The caller, the Emperor, my goodness. I love that energy. Keep bringing that energy every time you call, because this is the kind of people we need to lead that match. When we march upon the Nigerian government, and tear that place apart. But Nigeria's in big trouble. People that still believe in Nigeria, I feel sorry for you. I seriously feel sorry for you. The shaggy that's coming for you right now is just a prelude right now, what you're seeing. is going to be hell, and there's no one to look for help but yourself. You need to look inward now and start realizing that what I done past got it, you know. But I just want to keep it short. Everyone that's speaking, please hit that like button. Make sure you donate to Mayegu. We need this studio to be up because I will be making a personal visit to come and see the studio. All right. All hell Biafra, all hell Oduduwa.
All hail Biafra, all hail Oduduwa. And thanks so much as well for all your support too. Because, you know, thanks to all you guys, by the way. God bless you, Baba. You have a good one, okay? I'm going to take maybe one more or maybe two more calls. Let's see if we can manage in between, okay? Just give me a sec. Let me see if we can manage it in between and take maybe one or two more before we go tonight. Hello there.
Yeah, hello, this is Kalu from London.
Oh, dear Kalu. How you doing tonight, sir?
I'm fine, thank you. And yourself?
I'm very well. Here I have you. I mean, I was with you last night. I think you and I actually ended the program, didn't we?
Yes, we did.
We did. So that's my man. Another one of our brethren here that out of all languages that you have in this world, he also chooses to just speak facts only. Now, having him back might be my last call on the line too, but let's get to it. Kalu, how are you, sir?
Okay, I'm fine, thank you. Thank you for your program today. Obviously, I'm gonna take. If you remember what I said yesterday,
right?
Every action has consequences.
That is true.
Like one of your first caller said, he's not sending money to anybody. Because in reality, like I said, those people that were elected were from the people that were in that country.
That's right.
If you don't like the person that is leading you, you don't follow. You have a right not to follow.
That's right.
And so far, so good. None of them are complaining. And if they are complaining, the proportion of people that are complaining to the overall population is still very small.
Very, very, like, little.
Yes. So you and probably Nnamdi Kanu will go out according to the people that are religious, as John the Baptist, that was screaming in the wilderness, there is somebody greater than us that is coming. Please, see road. And people decided not to see the road. Like the other lady did say, and one thing that I learned in psychology, while I was in psychology here in the UK, is you need to demystify somebody before you bring them down.
That's right.
And like the other lady did say, is it Chan was her name? She said something which was very, very unique. She said, we've been told for years there was Granite Pyramid, there was this pyramid in the north. So far, so good. What Tinubu has done by closing the border has demystified that there was nothing being produced in Nigeria in the first place. Everything was being brought from the border up north from Chad.
So there's nothing they are really bringing onto the table. And if there is, they should show us. That's what she said too.
And that was why.
Let them show us in case if we don't know.
If we add 1 and 2 together, go back to the old pyramid. They were all based in Kano, right?
So we were told.
Check the proximity of Kano to Chad down on the current map. Now we have Google. Then we didn't have Google. It was on paper. Check the proximity of Kano to Chad. And check the number of arable land in Chad compare to what we have in Nigeria. And those were things being built by the Chadians under Lake Chad, and they bring it into Kano for sale, and it's been photoshopped and sold to us down south as Granite Pyramid and whatever pyramid. If you remember correctly,
pyramid without farms, you mean?
Thank you. Pyramid without farms.
Wow.
And they were using that to leverage on the oil. So, if you remember correctly, again, a couple of years back, Buhari closed the southern border.
He did.
Business continue as usual in the south, which means we are productive down south. If we are not productive, our economies down south will have shut down.
Because it's most of all these things are just pure lies. You remember when they used to tell their children that northern Nigeria was the way they used the money from northern Nigeria, agriculture, to build the oil when they discovered oil. Do you know a lot of them actually believed it? There were those who went to school who believed that nonsense. See, as recent as 1908, as recent as 1908, the people of what do you call it, Western region. In fact, what am I even saying? As recent as 1957, the people of Western region still have to package small money, just like it was in the 1901. Package small money to help them balance the deficit of their own budget up north, right? Now, they didn't tell their children that it was these people who came in to come and extract the oil. Nigeria did not pay a dime for the extraction of discovery, extraction, development of oil in Nigeria. Nigeria did not pay a dime. But they told their children that they use groundnut pyramid money to develop oil blocks. When? Where? Never.
All right.
That never happened.
Let me tell you one thing, yeah. Let's start again from beginning.
Yes, sir.
Before France had TV, Western Nigeria had TV. That was from the what? The rubber and cocoa farms.
That's fact.
Before, Michael Okwara had Eastern region growing at 52%.
That's right.
When we had a regional government. And before the amalgamation, if you read the amalgamation letter, it says the North could not afford to maintain itself for administrative convenience, to avoid the Queen having to, when we pay taxes from the South and from the West, from the Southwest, it was sent to England. England had to reimburse the North for making a loss in their administration.
That's right.
You live in England now, yeah?
That's right.
When you overpay tax, they return you a portion of your tax after the tax year in April.
That is also right.
That was what was happening in those days before 1904, as at 1908. So they decided, instead of bringing this money back, why don't you just amalgamate these three people together into one business entity, so that the losses being made from this other side will be absorbed by this other two profit-making entities. So we're always having to receive and not to receive and send. And the administrative convenience that people didn't understand was that it costs a lot to send that money from the North down south, put it on a ship, and take it down to England to tell them they made a loss, and now get a reimbursement from England to go back. It was costing so much. Then there was never this current shipping system. So what the English decided to do was to say, you know what? Let's just get one letter showing that all this business we have down here called Nigeria is making profit. Now, when the English were about to leave, if you read the article of independence, the English advised the northern people that you guys do not have education, do not have anything to go with. These guys down south have accepted education. They are making policies. They are adopting their culture. You can see the improvement. The fear was that if these other people develop so quickly, the North will be left behind. So the English advised them, the only way you can control the system is to control the military. These guys the Igbo man is busy trying to make money. The Western man is busy trying to get education to improve himself. You guys have nothing to offer other than just roaming around. So you're physically fit. So go and join the army, become the foot soldiers. They joined the army. They got promoted through quota system. After the quota system, some of them become general. That's why Buhari could not produce his school certificate, because it's a quota system general. He never fought any war. So what then happened now was that as time goes on, they now got to the point where they became so many in the army, they were controlling garrisons and they were controlling battalions. They used that to force the down south people to believe that military system was the best. However, while they were still doing that, they never one day tried to help their own people.
Unfortunately.
Because if you look at Nigerian history, for 42 years they ruled that country, you cannot go up north and find even one business district. You say you had the granite pyramid, you can't have one company that can turn granite into oil.
Actually processes those granules and all that.
There is no secondary processing. There's no storage unit. There's no silos. There's nothing to prove that you even looked at improving yourself. An average man like from the south will try to find a better way, accept new ways of technology to get themselves better. But the person up north just believed that God will do it. And they managed to imbibe that into us down south through use of military force. Because when somebody cannot beat you intellectually, they use force to manipulate you. And that's what has happened in Nigeria. When you see police brutality, army brutality, thank you. That is what they've succeeded in doing. However, like I told people yesterday, I want Tinubu to do 12 years to keep demystifying everything. So that by the time we go to that next national conference or want to separate, when everyone start bringing their balance sheet, I cannot look at you and say, you owe me more, because you not only owe me for wasting my 62 years in that contraction, you also owe me for wasting generations of my family line, because they should have been better. There is no reason why people like you shouldn't be in Nigeria doing what you're doing.
You know, heading to that place and, improving the
because the environment doesn't allow.
It doesn't. Can't flourish.
There is no way you can, like you always say, you can win election by propaganda. You cannot manage by propaganda.
You can't run a country with propaganda. No way.
There's always going to be a limit. But I'm happy, like I said, before something will grow or something will come up, everything needs to be demystified.
Grand.
Yeah, they have more people in the House of Senate. They have more people in the House of Assembly. They have more people everywhere. They're trying all they can to get rid of Tinubu. Me, I tell them he's going to do 12 years. If he means to change the constitution for him, we will change it for him. So that those people, when they tell them to vote next time, when they hear voting next time, they will start going to read the person's profile, read what he has done. When they say the person built a place, they will go and confirm, when was he there? Show me block when he was laying the foundation and when he was building it. Not somebody said, because one of the biggest travesty in Nigeria is people believing somebody said. No, if on average Nigerian person will never check the fact. Oh, Mayegu said, okay, you fly with it. He will not go and check. Wait, that thing the person said, where is the fact to back it up? No, they don't bother checking. And that is why the religious leaders in Nigeria get away with murder. They will say something, God said, and everybody fly with it. By the time they realize it's too late.
Kalu.
This is a big eye opener for them.
Thank you so much, Baba. Again, just also totally out of time. I knew it, and I knew it was going to worth it. Okay, thank you so much, and hopefully, I am as lucky as tomorrow. I mean, as I am today, I am as lucky at the same time tomorrow again. Okay, thanks so much for stopping by. Baba.
Yeah, by the grace of God, will be. Thank you. Have a good night.
And you too. You have a good one there. So that's Kalu, and again, that's where I'm going to draw the curtain tonight. To every one of you who also attend the sermon tonight, I want to say thank you to you. To those of you who actually stopped by to like the broadcast as usual, your offering, thank you to you too. All right. To my friends on Facebook, I saw you, despite all the limitations, right? You still managed to be around. So thank you. I will see everybody some other time. Meanwhile, tomorrow, I'm going to be at my studio. So those of you who usually join me in the afternoon, I'm also going to be live in the afternoon tomorrow, but it's going to be in the studio when I'm also going to be documenting the latest update. So to everybody who still really want to support and help and do all of that, I promise you every penny counts, and I appreciate every one of them. Even the intention is greatly appreciated. I will see you again. Until then, you all have a wonderful evening. Good night.
Mayegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Mayegun dayari Mayegun number one. Mayegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Mayegun dayari Mayegun number one. Mayegun ti dé o ọ̀rẹ́ ara yìí. Mayegun dayari Mayegun number one. Lórí Facebook, lórí YouTube. Mayegun dayari Mayegun number one. Gbogbo bó ṣe ń lọ ni Mayegun já wa sí. Mayegun dayari Mayegun number one. Àṣírí ọ̀jẹ̀lú kì í bò níbẹ̀ o. Mayegun dayari Mayegun number one. Bó bá ṣe eré àní Mayegun máa wí. Mayegun dayari Mayegun number one. Ó sì tún ṣe eré wàá gbọ́ níbẹ̀ o. Mayegun dayari Mayegun number one. Mayegun dayari politico. Mayegun dayari Mayegun number one. Godfatherism kò sí lọ́rọ̀ Mayegun. Mayegun dayari Mayegun number one. Ẹ farabalẹ̀ sẹ́ o kẹgọ́rọ̀ lẹ́nu o. Mayegun dayari Mayegun number one. Àní dodo. Mayegun diary, na it be number one. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Mayegun ti dé. Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Lórí Facebook. Mayegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Lórí YouTube. Mayegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Bọ́ bàbá gbé wúrẹ́. Mayegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Ijó ìgbádìyẹ. Mayegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Bí Presido bá rúfin o. Mayegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Bí gómìnà kówó jẹ. Mayegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Ọlọ́pàá tí ń gba rìbá. Mayegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Aṣòfin tí ń rúfin o. Mayegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Òpùrọ́ olóṣèlú. Mayegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Mayegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran o. Mayegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran. Wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀ o. Mayegun ó sọ pé wọ́n ò bẹ́ẹ̀. Wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀. Mayegun ó sọ pé wọ́n ò bẹ́ẹ̀. Oníkan ṣáàtì ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe fáwọn ará ìlú tó gbé wọn débẹ̀ o. Ayé. Mayegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní má ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran. Kì máa yí ṣeré, ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣẹ̀fẹ̀. Kì máa yí ṣeré, ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣẹ̀fẹ̀. Ẹni bá ti lè lẹ́bọ̀ lẹ́rù o, ọmọ bá dèrò kàṣàyè tú wọn síta. Mayegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran. Tẹnitẹni ọmọ Mayegun ọ̀rẹ́ ara ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni mo fọlọ́hún ṣọ́ ẹ̀ bá kìlẹ́bù. Lóòótọ́ olódodo ìlú ọ̀tá ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni ìwọ ṣá máa ń ṣọ́ra kò sì mọ́ bẹ̀rù. Bọ́tà ń lè rí bóníṣègùn lé káwọn mọ̀mọ́ fi ṣera wọn ni ó ti dẹrùn tí wọn ò gbọ́dọ̀ sì mọ́ bẹ̀. Èèpo ọ̀bọ lọmọ bá dérò tàjẹ́ ò gbọ́dọ̀ jẹ́, ó ti dọba lórí àbínú ẹni kò sì mọ́ fòyà. Àìsíwọ́lu ní ẹnìkẹ́ ìgbódì ẹyin lábàrá o, ó kó ẹni tó bá dán o àkàmù. Mayegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì o. Ẹni bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dèrò òní fi wọ́n níran o. Mayegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.